Listen, I know what you're thinking. Okay, but check it. I just realized something. They're not going to be. I got like a closet full of these things, right? And I pulled some of them out of the bag that I planned on sending to third world countries to help keep people warm. And now we've only got a few games to go with Jimmy. The way it's scheduled, so I figured I'm gonna wear these a few more times before I say goodbye to number 10. So but you know what? Jimmy's a part of the plan today as far as the show goes. Jimmy had a great game, one of his best, maybe ever. That was. Anyway, but the Niners keep on rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. What song? Limp Bizkit, of course. But the Niners opened the game, as you know, on this Victory Monday. Let's talk about this. The Niners opened that game with a fumble play on the kickoff near the Falcons' end zone, right? Those are the kind of starts of the Niners that have signaled doom for the Niner empire right from the opening gun. If you were like me and a lot of other people, oh, hell no. I did. I said, because one screw-up ends up being one of plenty more to come. And that wasn't the case, though. So we got lucky. And they didn't score anyway. That should have told us something right there, too. It wasn't destined for the Falcons to come in and win. If they were right there on the goal line and the 49ers put on one of 3 goal line stands, the chances are good that mean old mojo that always gets us was not here today. Or that day, yesterday. But tonight we'll go to the phones after breaking down the action that took place at home. Sweet home. Sweet home, San Francisco. Lord, I'm coming home to you. No, it doesn't work. It's got to be Bama. Anyway, that game, that victory. Niners versus the Falcons. Oh, and what means more to the 49ers than any single thing is this list. The 49ers Monday practice that did not participate in practice. Why? Because they're out. Dre Greenlaw, that groin is still killing him. So, Talanoa Hufanga, he did get hurt. Knee, he didn't participate today. Maurice Hurst, why do they keep listing Maurice? Kyle, why did you just put Hurst on the IR? What is with this every week not practicing? Elijah Mitchell, he's got a knee going on still. Apparently, he's through the concussion thing. But I think Kyle's going to slide along as long as he can without having to call Elijah Mitchell out. Because you only get a game. When you think about it, you only get a game with Elijah because him being a rookie, I think they're going to take some steps off in the offseason, I would imagine, to see if we can toughen him up a little bit. Because him coming in here as a rookie, he hadn't got that grown man strength yet. Well, wait till he does. But, there's got to be precautions taken with him. So we got to see how much we can get out of him in the weeks ahead. So, I think he's probably okay to play. But the guys, no. I'm not going to have you out there playing against the Titans on Thursday night. And we could probably make the playoffs with or without you out there this weekend. So you know what? Just sit down, relax. Coach, let me play. No. So, and Aziz, limited participants in practice. Aziz Al-Shar, that elbow. But listen, the words that I enjoy is limited, not out, limited. Because Fred was out there busting ass. He needs his man at arms. One of them, Dre Orga. So anyway, Kwaski T didn't work out today, that ankle that he must have sustained. I thought it was his knee yesterday, like probably everybody else did. So yeah, that's the guys that didn't practice today. Guys were out there working out today. He said, Coach, man, we got this. Let's go, man. We ain't got but a couple more games to win, and we are in. So I'm working out. Tennessee Titans Monday practice report looks like this. Did not participate in practice. Julio Hamstring Jones. Tackle Taylor Lewan. He's got a back issue going on. Linebacker David Long, he's got hamstring issues. Defensive tackle Larrell Murchison, knee. Limited participant practice. Running back Dante Foreman. And also, he's got an ankle thing going on. Guard David Quessenberry, He's got a knee thing going on. Full participants in practice, of course. Cornerback Janoris Jenkins, he will be working out today and tomorrow and probably ready for the game. Guard Roger Saffold, shoulder. Defensive tackle T.R. Tart. T.R. Tart, what a name, huh? But yeah, fam, I just put your hand on your device for a moment. Let us thank God that it's not a good thing to ask and for things like this. So we are grateful to you, Lord, for not having to deal with Derrick Henry. I really do appreciate that. And I saw this pain months ago when I saw the schedule, and I said to myself, we got trouble that week. But I don't even think that we need to be concerned. And then Julio's out. So I don't know. And it didn't say anything about A.J. Brown. So I imagine A.J.'s probably playing, which anybody who can play wide receiver for us is, man. Anybody's playing wide cornerback for us. A.J. Brown's a load. But anyway, fam, let's get right down to it because Jimmy G I put together one of his best stat lines of the season, finishing with 235 yards and a TD on 23 dropbacks. He made with one big-time throw and 0 turnover-worthy plays to earn a season-high 90.6 passing grade. Go JG. He's been lukewarm to hot since week 8, actually. A lot of the work was done beyond the catch point, though, as is per usual, with 62% of his yards coming after the catch. The Yak Boys, that's what they do. But that is it pretty much is how the 49ers, that's how this team is really built, to get that ball out quickly into the hands of some of the most dynamic playmakers in the game. Takes stress off the O-line and provides for some intense action through the whole time. So when you got guys like Debo and George Kittle, and now all of a sudden Brandon Ayuk is looking like, and that's pretty much why Kyle also wanted Jalen Hurts so badly. He had built the bully boys, and that's what they were going to be. But, having a finesse player, though, I consider Ayuk a half-half. He's a finesse, and he'll get down with you, man. He's not going to be busting a lot of tackles, but he will. He can sting. So JG finished the game averaging 9.8 yards per pass attempt, despite his average depth of target being just 6 yards long for the most part downfield. Still, he was on target all game, and 2 of the 5 incompletions were registered as drops. So, that is a good game. Looking at the running backs, the Niners' ground game was a difference maker as the team combined for 162 rushing yards and 3 GGs, including, and not exceptionally, Juice. Did you see Juice stepping? I mean, Juice, look at him. Juice. Juice was not brutalizing coming through there. He was watching where he was going. He's looking. Juice looked good coming down through there, man. The Juice on the loose. Jeff Wilson Jr. led the way with 21 carries for 110 yards and a score. 6 of his carries moved the chains and gained at least 10 yards. And in addition to making plays as a receiver, Deebo Samuel held down on the ground, rushing 6 times for 29 yards and a score in 6 consecutive games. With a score, Deebo is setting records and Hell Ron Hubbard, meeting people. What is it? How's it going? Making friends and meeting people? No, influencing people. Juice scored his first touchdown of the season from 6 yards out on his only carry of the game. And look at the wide receiver unit, tight end. And if the game was closer, you figure GK would have gone for over 100 yards as he did the past 2 games. Was it necessary? No matter. None. Kittle still dominated in true Kittle fashion. The man, GK caught all 6 targets for 93 yards to earn a 90-point plus 0 plus receiving grade for the 3rd consecutive game upon GK, my God, man. What do we get? What would we do without you? 4 of his receptions gained first down and 3 went for 15 yards. Both of Samuel's receptions went for over 20 yards apiece, while Juwan Jennings scored a touchdown for the 2nd time this season. It was plentiful out there, man. They was just dotting the I's and crossing T's all up and down that end zone. Oh, the O-line provided, and the offensive line, by the way, you're going to be shocked at this. If you haven't checked these things out already, the O-line provided plenty of protection for JG to work in addition to creating running lanes on the ground. That was pretty obvious. And granted, we played a team that's not real good at that, but then again, you got to keep those guys sharp. And if they had a chance to practice on the Falcons, so be it. The O-line, the protection of JG, as I say, was crazy in the running lanes. What was crazy is this. Trent Williams allowed the only pressure. Trent Williams, all pro, all world in pass protection with his 65.9 offensive grade, which would be the lowest graded outing on him this season. Are you ready for this, though? And by the way, ain't nobody mad at Trent about that. One time, come on, man. But are you ready for this? Tom Compton. Yes, that Tom Compton we all love and adore and say lots of nice things about all the time. And nobody has taken Tom off of their Christmas list as of yet. He finished that game as the highest graded offensive lineman at 88.3. You can't make this stuff up. Let's go to the defensive line, though. Nick Bosa had another dominant performance off the edge, creating 7 pressures, including a sack on 29 pass rush snaps, while also winning on 30% of his snaps. He is Nick Bosa. And by the way, Nick is tied with Aaron Donald for the most pressures in the NFL. You go, Nick! You go! Oh, Miss Bosa. We appreciate you and taking care of that boy all his life and making sure he ate his cereal and ate his vegetables. Look at him. Samson Ibukam and Arden Key combined for 7 total pressures and 2 sacks in the win to add to a decent balance opposite of Nick Bosa. So, because what D Ford would provide, if I can get 2 guys to create that kind of pressure, fam, we're looking a lot like we should look, And Arden Key is oh, he was coming out of school. He was supposed to be one of those children of great expectation. He's starting to look like it, too. Let's see what he looks like going forward. The D-line combined for 22 pressures, 15 defensive stops, and 5 tackles for a loss or no game. Now, I know the offensive line in Atlanta is not all that, but you still need these guys to polish and work on their craft and get it right. And pretty soon, before you know it, they'll be able to do this against anybody. Looking at those linebackers, of course, it was Fred Warner who played a big part in shutting down Cordero Patterson and Mike Davis. And Mrs. Warner's baby boy forced 2 defensive stops and made more positively graded plays against the run than negative ones. That's what we needed. And Fred finished the day with the season high 86.5 run defense grade. Not one of Fred's best days in coverage, though, as he gave up 4 receptions for 28 yards and 1 first down. But ain't nobody mad at him either. Fred was out there having to work his ass off, missing both of his main Dobermans, man. You know what? Fred comes out there with 2 dogs every game. Which one they go cut loose is what it is. That's all Fred needs. Someone to have his back. Flanagan Foles wasn't bad. I seen him make a couple plays I enjoyed. But Flanagan Foles does not equal Aziz or Dre. So, we got to get those guys back soon. Aziz, he limited practice today. He'll be back maybe Thursday. I have mixed feelings about that because if he's not all the way healthy, maybe let him go another week. We got a long break between this Thursday and the next game. Maybe if we can get by with Aziz, dress him out, Kyle, start Flanagan Foles. If things go south real quick, okay, Aziz plays. If I could do that, that's what I'd probably do. In the secondary, here's where we start to bleed. The Falcons clearly felt that they had a matchup advantage against the rookie cornerback, Ambry Thomas. Matty Ice attacked him every chance he got. Every chance he got, he threw that ball right down at Ambry. And it worked. Ambry gave up 4 receptions on 6 targets for 95 yards and a TD. But for now, fam, Ambry is the 49ers' Achilles heel. We'll see how this plays out in the days ahead because if you haven't heard, the Niners do not expect E-Man Mosley back for the regular season. I keep saying, and I'm sure everybody has noticed, there's already been some articles out saying that it wasn't all Ambry's fault. All I'm concerned about, I didn't read that article, but all I'm concerned about is Ambry's there. Nobody's smoking him. He's there fighting with defenders. You notice he's right on top of things, but for some reason, he ends up losing the battle. I mean, he doesn't win at the peak of the leap, or he usually gets out-muscled for the ball. Those are fixable things. Okay, we'll see, because we have to depend on him against the Rams. I'm not really worried about the Texans, although we should be always. But Josh Norman allowed 65 yards, but nobody else conceded more than 30 yards in coverage, so the DBs weren't that bad. Jimmy Ward did force a defensive stop against the run near the goal line on 4th down to keep the game much out of reach. Fam, you can continue way off where you left off yesterday. If you got some things you want to say more about that game, you want to make any noise about some of the things that took place, some of the results of yesterday from the individual players, and how you think we're going to be going forward. Ambry Thomas is probably everybody's concern. Can we fix him enough? Can you just, how you're working on something, you're taking a long trip, and you're kind of a long way from the gas station or any kind of service center, and you get out and try to fix that, and you just put something that'll temporarily last until you can get somewhere where they can fix it. That's us right now with Ambry. Because teams are going to target him. They're going to do it. Tannehill's going to do it Thursday. The Texans are going to do it next Sunday. The Rams, they're going to do it. So, it is a concern. Hopefully that frontline defense, our pass rush is gelling, though, just in time when you think about it. Jose Luis Martinez, thanks, fam. Got his popcorn out, all right? Corey McLennan, aloha from Carson Cali. Merry Christmas. I'll be at the game at SoFi when we take the spot from the Lambs. Happy holidays. Oh, that's Corey. Thank you, fam. I'm talking about this. If indeed the Rams get beat by and we're Hawks fans tomorrow night, ain't we? We are straight up Hawks fans. That ain't gonna happen often. Woo! Hey, Dre, San Francisco's finest. Dre, get in there, man.
I'm back in the building, the one and only. Not to sound cocky with it, but confident. But anywho, what's going on with you, Ronbo?
Oh, man, I'm just looking down at how Dre, we have come from looking like that phoenix just burnt down to the ground, rising up from the ashes to peak. The 49ers are still peaking. I thought we may have saw their best game a couple of weeks ago, but the 49ers are still on an upward ride. They're going up. They look awesome. I'm looking at individual players and the contributions. We got that one spot, but let me stop. Go ahead, fam. What do you got to say on this?
Well, I want to jump in where you actually gave me something new to go along with what I already had about Ambry. Well, you know what? It's really how could I say it? He ain't got no leadership. Jason Verrett is hurt.
Yeah, Sherman's
gone.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sherman's gone. Verrett is hurt. There's really nobody back there that would take him under his wing like Sherman or Verrett. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand on Ambry.
Yeah.
He's going to be fine next year.
Jimmy Ward, but Ward can only go so far because Ward plays anywhere on the defensive back. He should be able to come to Ambry, man. You need to chill out, relax, man, because I went through the same thing. And he did mention something about that, what he went through in his first year. Who's that big wide receiver from Chicago that just killed him in that first game? Anyway, he talked about that and made him feel better, I guess. But it didn't make you feel better if it ain't helping you.
I mean, but you got to look at the people. You got to look at the people he got mossed by. They get mossed by the best of the best. Get mossed by these people.
That's what I'm saying. So
it ain't like he just went out there and everybody just ran over him. We could go out there and run over him if we want to. It ain't gonna happen. So. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mentioned that.
Time. Yeah. It's only a couple games. It's only been a couple games. Everybody got to give him a break. It's been a couple games. Yeah. And what I really wanted to get at was how the TV analyst took a jab at us tonight during the Bears game. Took a shot right at Kyle. He said, hey, you see the growth within Justin Fields. He ain't sitting there on the bench taking notes because some things can't be learned sitting on the bench. They got to be learned in the line of fire. I was like, oh, shit. Let me see my friend. But I said, ouch. I bet you Kyle at home like, okay.
You know Kyle is, you know how he is. Kyle did not think about that a second minute. Because you know how Kyle is, you can't change his mind on anything. Once he makes up his mind to do something or what direction he's going to go, and even when he's wrong, he gets questioned by the media, Kyle will stick to what he said.
Don't Kyle remind you of your mom or something? Like,
yes.
No matter what.
Even if you got living proof. I could have 5 Boston lawyers with me and my mom, and she would still not back down.
Exactly. I could have a video. That ain't me. What? I don't care. You'd be like, man. But I'm excited where we stand right now compared to where we was. And only thing we need is Arizona to lose the last couple of games, and we can take first place. Let's get it. We can win the West and take that nice little vacation we need and be ready for the playoffs.
I don't see anybody beating the 49ers if we can just get Ambry to do a minimum amount of work. The offense now, they've gotten better every week for the last 3 weeks. And that thing, what they did yesterday, granted it was the Falcons defense, that was amazing to me because I didn't see any real miscues. Everything, timing was crisp and sharp. The offensive line did do a good job, but that was amazing.
But if you look at Ambry play for the last couple of weeks, it's growing. He's getting better and better. So maybe that's the result of him getting better and better. He just got to learn how to check the receiver. Everybody keeps talking about that. You got to learn how to check the receiver at the line of scrimmage, and that's the little hitch that keep getting them beat by that little yard. You know what I'm saying?
Having playing catch up all the way down the field. Coaches,
exactly.
Dre, the coach. I'm watching what they're working out. Coach, let me holler at you for a minute. You know, I'd have a lot to say to him. You know, because I don't. You can help him. You know, I need for you to show him what he needs to be doing better. You're out there doing drills and everything else. Tell him exactly what he needs. Stop wasting time with that. He can do drills, okay? I need to know if you know how to fix his getting beat deep. And when he does get beat deep, he doesn't even get beat deep. He just misses on the point. I mean, the ball comes down. That's when Ambry loses. That's okay. You can fix that.
Yeah. See, and then I don't see no top dog wide receiver that we facing in the upcoming week, except when we play against Arizona. But did we play against Arizona? No, with the
A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown's playing though.
Really? I thought he was hurt.
He might be. I could be wrong. They only mentioned Julio as far as being not a participant in practice. He didn't say anything about A.J.
Now they had like 5 players out.
Yeah.
List.
Like, well, as Derrick Henry ain't playing, I'm okay.
Yeah, me and you both. We ain't trying to get drugged down the field.
Derrick Henry's playing. Game over. All right. Dre, let me see you tomorrow, fam. No, hey, actually, I'm going to see you Wednesday. We get scores time. We got a game Thursday night? Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, you already, Ronbo. I'll be up in here.
Looking for you.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right, fam. All right. Is that Storm and Norman? Hey, Norm. Norman.
Oh, is it time for me to say?
It is definitely time for me to ask. Norm, what time is it?
It's Niners all day. Victory Monday out here. Man, I've just been working this whole time. Like I said, I was at work once again during this game. Oh, you ready for this, Ronbo?
I'm ready.
So when I was ready to come out for break, Jermichael Hasty hit the fumble. So I went
Bad time to come out.
I was like, look, here's that superstition coming in. I step outside, come back. Falcons only scored a field goal. I was like, yep, going back to work. Defense is doing all right. Every time I don't, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I just been unfocused on Niners football and focused on getting this chicken. And I come out and I see shit like 31-13. I'm like, yo, what did y'all do? So I watched the highlights last night.
Oh yeah.
And that looked like I know everybody gonna be talking about this the Falcons. What did the Cowboys say that when they beat the Falcons? Like that?
Listen, people think did Tom Brady say that yesterday? You know what I'm saying? You can get your behind beat.
You can get worked by anybody.
Yeah, forget that.
And that's what these Cowboys fans. I want y'all, everybody that's on top of their division leaders currently right now. I just want y'all to sit back and really just humble yourselves because it's any given Sunday, and Niners has got that any given Sunday attitude. We got that underdog playoff mentality already beaten right now. Like it's like I keep hearing the channel networks, all these networks that everybody's saying the Niners are not the team to play with.
Yeah,
I think we've been saying that all year. But there was some doubt there for the first 6 games. There was some doubt there. But these last six, stop playing with us, bro. These last 8, actually.
George Kittle's going to work, and George Kittle's blocking. Remember, no, George was pretty much blocking all season long and making sure we had a run game. And it was Elijah Mitchell show. And then all of a sudden, George went to work. And then Debo. And you can't have George and Debo out there. Oh, and now you got Ayuk and Jawan Jennings. The newcomer has come to the party. Welcome to the party, pal. Oh, that is an offense now.
I like that. And the run game was like, I heard you bring up a crazy record about Compton having the highest percentage. I mean, we need even distribution of gameplay from each of these guys, yo. And speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about a guy right now that everybody's been having. This has been a big controversy all year. Man, I'm put 10 on it, yo. What's up with the guy having 8 games with 90 plus this season? That's more than anybody.
Hello? Yeah, I'm listening because I'm waiting for you to call his name.
I said, I said Jimmy G. Yeah, did they put 10 on it? They're doing what I just said. He got more. It's 8 straight games with no, not 8 straight. It was 8 games with 90 plus this season, and the guys like below him got 5 or something like that. It's like Aaron Rodgers 5. And Jimmy G got it. Like this is kind of a, like, for me, I say it like this: December football is cracking. What do you think, man? What do you think about this December football?
Hey, it's like Kyle said. He says, Jimmy, he's pretty much the same as he always was. What we did is we got better around him. I've been crying about that for 2 years. I said, you know what? I look at Brady, I look at Rodgers, I look at the receivers and tandem they got, how long they've been working with those guys and stuff like that. I said, you know what? Give me Jimmy some weapons. I want to see what he looks like. What happened is, Norm, the weapons have matured. George was always there. Debo's been coming along. He's become an absolute mad monster out there. Now you've got Ayuk. Now you got Jawan Jennings. That's a fearsome foursome right there. Now let's see what Jimmy can do. And sure enough, he looks like he probably should.
Well, looking at this week, maybe Jimmy Garoppolo could retire Tom Brady. Did you see that? Did you see? Speaking of Tom Brady, man, that was crazy, bro. Like,
did you see him throw that pad on the ground? I couldn't stop laughing. Tom was sitting there reading the pad. I'll just throw that stuff over his shoulder to the dirt.
What a dramatic season, and what.
Norm. Do we lose Norm? Is he freeze frame? Or oh, there you are.
Niners all day.
I know. Your time is perfect. I'm gonna see you Wednesday before we get ready to play the Titans.
Oh yeah, that's when I'm gonna really celebrate on Fridays. Friday, that's when the real celebration begins, because the team ain't even celebrating right now. So we gotta wait until Friday.
Well, wouldn't that be a great Christmas present?
yeah, it's gonna go down for surely. All right, then, and New Year's will be even better. So that's where we get that playoff spot.
Damn. All right. Hey, Frank.
That's all I got.
All right, Norm. Have a good night, fam.
Yes, sir. You too.
Frank, come on in, Frank.
Ronbo.
Frank, man, I'm sitting here checking out what the 49ers are doing, and even me, the biggest optimist in the world, I did not see this last few weeks coming. I thought we was just, we was just going to disappear right off into the sunset, and everybody's going to forget about 49ers. No postseason, no nothing, But Frank, your take from, because the thing is, a lot of players did a lot of great jobs yesterday. We still have the Ambry Thomas issue. If they fix that, nobody want to play the 49ers in the first round. If for no other reason than Debo and George. That right? If I'm a DC, I'm thinking, man, what in the hell we gonna do with them too? All right, here's what we're gonna do. What are you gonna do, Coach? There's nothing you can do. Frank, give me some.
I like Ambry Thomas, Ronbo. I like him. I wonder why he didn't play soon. Play earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like in the season, because like he had the
because like it's the DB job though to coach him up. And have him prepared, and because Ronbo, he be right there, Ronbo. And I watching the game. I said we might have something here.
Yes, you had to see the same thing I saw.
We might have something. I like him. I like him. So it's okay. He hasn't been getting burnt. He just been getting mauls. He be right there. So I got a feeling he's gonna pick one of the balls off.
He gonna get a pick yesterday.
He gonna have. He gonna get a pick. He gonna get a pick.
But Fred,
one of them gonna fall.
Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts. That is two of the best in the league. And he was with them. They didn't, they got 2 receptions. Granted, those long shots, but still, those are two of the best. We'll see this weekend.
It was the other guy, too.
It ain't going to be Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, like I say, I like him. And me, Ronbo, just, it's one game at a time. But this year right here is a crazy NFL season, Ronbo. Like, look at Detroit beat Arizona. Like, I'm just saying, like, so it's any given Sunday. Like, now, it's like teams just losing. Ronbo, look at the Saints shut out Tom Brady.
This is why
I'm saying? So I'm just...
Frank, that's why I was saying, people were talking about, man, wasn't nobody but the Falcons. Shh, boy, you better try to think again. If the Cardinals can go and lose in Detroit, and the Bucks, the GOAT, can get shut all the way to hell out, don't tell me that this game ain't worth a damn. I mean, I'm trying to say,
No. For us, every game is worth it because we put ourselves in that situation. So every game is, saying for us it is, because we put ourselves in a situation by losing, to the teams that we shouldn't beat. Mm-hmm. But when I look at the whole picture, Ronbo, no team in the NFC really dangerous, and I feel like, and this the honest, and this not even Dallas. They just this the honest truth, Ronbo. The last team that's going to be standing is the last team that is the healthiest and the team that is COVID free.
True.
That's the last team that's going to be standing.
47 dudes in today's 47 dudes.
Yeah, so that's how it is, Ronbo. That's gonna be the last team that's staying, Ronbo. So if we can get healthy, and I'm praying for the ones that have COVID. My prayers goes out to them, and I pray they okay and everything. I'm just saying that's gonna be the last team that's staying, that's gonna be healthy and gonna be COVID free. So if we can get healthy, Ronbo, and Kyle Shanahan, his play calling still a little sketchy. If he can just get it together, Ronbo, and just come up with a tight game plan each week, Ronbo, we can be dangerous, Ronbo. I mean, we can do it. We can do it, Ronbo. We can do it. We can do it. I'm not talking Super Bowl. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying one game at a time. If we can continue to play good football on all around 3 phases, all 3 phases, Ronbo.
I didn't even talk about special teams. Frank, it's a subject I tend to I block out things. The special teams is an issue. Secondary is one thing, but the special teams is another frightening issue. There's nothing you can do about them special teams.
I mean, so this right here gonna be a test for us. Like Jimmy G played good against, I think Atlanta, like 23rd in defense. You know what I'm saying? So he should have did what he did to that defense. So now Tennessee defense is better than Atlanta. They got a pass rush and they have a secondary. So Jimmy needs to just be consistent.
Frank, here's a question: is it better than the Bengals? See, because what I see now is Jimmy's got that figured out about that right side of the line. Now on the left side of the line, these Titans can be as good as they want to. Ain't nobody gonna run over the left side of that line. So I'm wondering.
But Ronbo, the Variable, he come from a defensive mind coach. They have a good pass rush. Yeah, they definitely do. So this gonna be a different game than Atlanta. So Cal gonna just scheme up some plays. Jimmy got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Make the right reads. If it's not there, check it down. If it's not open, just run and slide. Just you gotta do
Frank,
it all. You get what I'm saying?
Frank, don't worry. Debo and George, they got this. We'll be fine.
No, and my man Juan Jennings on Ronbo. That's baby KB right there. That's KB right there. For sure, you. But Juan Jennings, I mess with Juan Jennings, Ronbo.
Woo! I can't wait. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be fun. Because, you know what? The Steelers came back and got the Titans in the second half. The 49ers don't start off slow. The Titans can be had. All right. Anyway, fam, we got to go, Frank. I'm getting pushed by production. See you Wednesday.
Okay, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, production, man, and the folks. I love y'all, man, and have a blessed night.
We love you, fam. Night, Frank.
Okay.
We don't get enough of Phil, get in there, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Well, Phil, I can tell you this right now. If there's one thing I do know, if we beat the Titans on Thursday, we will win 10 games this year. I didn't even see that coming 3 or 4 weeks ago.
We'll win 10 games. We got 10 games because we got Houston, right? So
right, that's what I'm saying. We got to get. You got to beat the Titans.
We got to win out. You got to win out, and Seattle, for all those losers in the chat, Seattle's got to win a game. They got to win against Arizona or the Rams. And if they don't, sayonara to Seattle. I mean, they're done for the next decade.
Isn't he special? That Seahawks fan's been here talking trash. He's talking about history. We beat you guys 5 years in a row, man. You guys beat Phil, if I say anything about our 5 trophies, you guys always talk about those old relics. We don't care about that. We own you. And see who's talking about the history now. I love it.
Right. So we need Seattle to win against the Rams and Arizona, and we need to win out. I think Arizona's going to lose to Indy and Dallas on the road.
Wait, Arizona's got to play.
Arizona's punking like they do every year at the end of the season.
Wait, Arizona's got to play.
This is what
Indiana?
they do. Yeah, they got Indianapolis next week.
They are dead meat. That is for sure. Indiana's
and then they
scary
got Dallas,
right now.
And then they got Seattle. So if they lose out and we win out, we're the NFC champions.
NFC West. Well, you know, hey, here's the funny thing about that. I did the math. I saw that, and I said,
we're going to be the NFC champions, Ronbo. All right? So if we win the NFC West, we're going to be the NFC champions.
That's crazy. Well, God, that would be insane. 11-6. 49ers came from behind like a thoroughbred coming down the track to sweep past to get the Kentucky Derby. Woo! God, that'd be awesome.
So, Seattle fans, either you win or you're going to be dust. So don't be talking on the chat. That's the way I see it.
I know. Hawks fans got a lot of nerve. Even the Raider fans haven't got the balls the size of the Hawks. Raider fans left us a long time ago, Phil. But Hawks fans are still hanging out. Texas boy makes cameo appearances here and there.
They got nothing else to do. It rains too much up there. So
it's true.
No, I'm still bullish on our team. And I think if we get a little bit healthier, and we fix some holes. I always knew cornerback was going to be a hole. I mean, I said it from the draft. But it's panned out. We put all our money in Brett, and it was not a good bet. But
immediately got hurt. Immediately.
Yes.
First game. My God.
And so, that's the way we are. I mean, I don't see Kyle's philosophy on not drafting corners early and not getting special teams settled.
It was priority system.
Those two things.
That's what it was, Phil. And look what we did. We moved for offensive lineman. We all agree on that. But the offensive lineman is not able to play all year long.
Banks hasn't played one snap. So, I mean, that's the problem. So, we live and learn. Hopefully they learn. But, we got to go with what we got, and I think we're in good shape. I love the fact when we have Devo and Ayuk and Kittle out there, Jimmy's a much better quarterback. And, if we get Wilson back, Wilson and Mitchell and the running back, I think we're in good shape offensively.
Because you got.
And then, we got to shore up the cornerback situation. That's it.
He's going to get better, Phil.
And
he's so
special
close to
teams.
being okay. He doesn't need to be fantastic, but okay. I think he can be okay. He's just doing one
No,
little thing
Aubrey
wrong.
will be fine in the future. It's just right now.
I know.
That's the problem. I mean, we've got a couple of guys. Diamador is going to be good too. I mean, but cornerback is a position that you have to learn over time.
I know, it's reps.
And it's not something you can just step into.
But
so we failed there by not getting good corners, young corners, early. And that's what we did. I mean, so, you know what, Ronbo? I think we're going to be fine, though.
Yeah, we are.
I really do. I think
survive
we're definitely in the playoffs. Whether we win the division or not, that's a question.
I know, right?
We need some breaks.
Yeah.
We need Seattle to win some games, which is hard to think.
Phil, tomorrow night, all of us, let's go Hawks! I mean, I got a Hawks.
Yeah.
I got a Seattle seats sweatshirt around here somewhere. I'm going to put it on.
Exactly.
It's yuck.
But the big game though is Seattle at Arizona at the end of the season. Because I think Indianapolis is going to beat Arizona.
Oh, there's no doubt.
I think Dallas is going to beat Arizona.
Arizona table set. Phil, this is something we got to get into this tomorrow. Phil, Wednesday, we're out of time. This is fun stuff. Rambo. Just these potential
All
stuff.
right, man. I haven't talked to you in a while, and just why I call in.
I'm glad you did. I wish you get back in here Wednesday.
Take care.
You too, Phil.
All right.
Have a great
Wednesday
night.
it is.
All right. Looking for you.
Later.
Night, Phil.
Bye.
Bye. Jordan Perrin says no Julio, AJ, or Henry. Tennessee definitely ranked 16th overall. Ho! Shit, they got to be better than 16 because you know what? They do have a great pass rush, though. Eli.
Ronbo.
You know Eli Guerrero. It's my boy Guerrero. Guerrero. Well, you know what we're talking about, man. I'm looking at, some things that we got to get through this, Guerrero. We got to win. We got to win out. You heard what Phil just said, right? If we win out, and the Cardinals got trouble because they got to play the Hawks. That's the only weak team they got to play. But after that, they got to deal with Indiana. They got to deal with Dallas. Guerrero's right there. We can do it. What do you think, fam?
I'll be next to your bed because I'll be in
Guerrero, your mic, Guerrero. I can't hear you. It faded out. Guerrero. Dang, I want to hear what he had to say. Guerrero's my main amigo. Yeah, I can hear you a little bit now. Guerrero, are you rolling? Are you driving down the road?
I'm in New Mexico right now, Ronbo.
In Mexico. Hey, Guerrero. I hope the reception. Okay, because I'm having trouble. You're fading in and out. Okay, go ahead. Let me listen.
If we beat all those three teams, right? Three teams that we have left.
Titans, Texans, and Rams.
And if we do that, I'll probably be next to you in the bed at the hospital. Jeez, I wouldn't believe that. That's so bad. Well,
there'll be a bunch of us in there.
Ronbo,
I won't believe it.
is on our head. Yeah, hopefully we will. Because we need this. And we can. And hopefully, I'll be a Seahawks fan for tomorrow. Jeez.
Oh, you're gonna watch that Seahawks game tomorrow? Man.
No. I'll be a Seahawks for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I'll be a
all of us are Seahawks fans tomorrow. Beat the Rams. Come on, Hawks. They won't. Well, they won't do it. You know why? Because we wish they would.
Oh man. But anyways, I'll let you go, Ronbo. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this damn phone. Okay, Ronbo?
All right, girl. Hey. Are you on vacation? Are you just out? You just down there having fun?
I'm going to El Paso to deliver this load that I have. So
okay.
I'll be back
on
Wednesday.
All right, fam.
All right. Take care.
You familiar? Hey, I'll look for you Wednesday. All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Adios. And I'm looking, hey, Bubbo! I can't cheer for Seahawks over Rams. I hate them. I know, Bubba. You know, it's like you got to sit there and bear it. Hey, Tony!
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, man, this is such a high, man. I've experimented with some of the best drugs on the planet in my lifetime, but I haven't felt anything this good. I mean, this is like driving me nuts. Just the thought of the 49ers winning out with a combination of the Hawks and the Cowboys in Indy, and I got faith in the Cowboys in Indy beating the Cardinals. But if we win out and that scenario takes place, Tony, you realize, of course, that dark horse that we were, all of a sudden just rears back on his back legs, takes his hat off, says, "Hi-yo, Silver, and away!" I died! Woo! God, that's hot stuff. Tony, looking at yesterday's game, because did we hear from yesterday? We didn't. Tony, give us something from yesterday and anything you got going forward, and what do you think about our players currently?
Great performance, got a big confidence booster for the team. Like I said before, we're starting to peak at the right time of the season. You've mentioned there all the, I've been calling out for Juwan Jennings for a while. Wilson Jr., he had a great game too.
He's hitting his stride.
Imagine with all those guys and the ones that we've got, you could throw in Raheem Mostert right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be just a force and a half. But, as far as, the coaches playing Jimmy G, I think you have to look at it this way, Ronbo, with Jimmy. Kyle knows that there's going to be teams next year that are going to need quarterbacks. And if he gets us to the Super Bowl again, he's going to have good leverage to probably, if not pick up a first-round pick, maybe, a second or whatever.
Yeah.
But that right-hand side that we were discussing against the Titans, I don't know. If you put Kittle on that side to help and then throw in Ross Dwelly next to him, I think that should just about cover it, shouldn't it?
Can you imagine being that right side of the line? What are you guys doing here? I mean, if I'm confident, the other guys, hey, Coach, come on. Coach, you're embarrassing us. We need all this help. I'm thinking about sending another tight end over there. Let's get ready to go here. God, man. But Compton did well yesterday. But then again, look at who he had to deal with.
When you gave out that stat, that was very surprising.
Coaches maybe
I suppose, now that was an important game for Shanahan against his old quarterback, so he didn't want to lose that one.
Yeah.
But now's the time not to take the foot off the accelerator.
Speed up, in fact.
Speed up and don't take your foot off, because if you drop off a little bit, someone's going to embarrass you, and we don't want that. But I suppose the biggest conversation they need to have with the players is with this COVID bullshit. You don't want to be a marquee player and go somewhere where you're not supposed to go and let the whole team down.
Stay out of crowds.
Yeah, they're going to have to just tell them to stay home and just
you guys need anything?
Wait it out.
We're going to have some of our personnel bring stuff to your houses. Guys, do not be out in public, please. I wouldn't worry about asking them. I don't care if they're grown men. I need you guys to play.
You can bribe them, Ronbo.
I really
bribe
would,
them
too.
with the DJ Jones barbecue at the end of the
year. But they might take it on their own. The 49ers may be on their own onus. They may decide, you know what, we got to do what we got to do, because we came from too far to fall down to be victims of COVID. We got to get this done. I was hoping they're thinking that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're professional guys and they're hungry, and I don't think we've got any of those diva-type players in our team where they'll disobey, orders and things like that and sneak out in the middle of the night.
Oh.
So,
your teammates will be all over you, Tony. I know. Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah, they will. But, yeah, it was a brilliant game. I mean, especially for you. it wasn't nowhere near as stressful as the last one.
No, hey, I was singing "Ooh La La" early. Tony, I'm not saying "Ooh La La" until after the games. Sometimes, I mean, we had overtime the week before. You can't sing "Ooh La La." You can sit there crying like I was. God.
And we closed it out by the fourth quarter, which is what we should have. They were trying to do to get better.
And Kyle
But as somebody else pointed out earlier on, look what happened to the GOAT. Throwing iPads around. And
you got to respect every
right
opponent,
out.
Tony. You cannot take it. Look at what happened to the Detroit Lions. Oh, my God. Cardinals look weak. I mean, I almost said the wrong thing, but they look completely impotent out there.
You know what was interesting about that game, Ronbo? I think Brady had some words with one of the referees and even bumped him or something like that.
Yeah.
And let the F-bomb go at one of the coaches or something. And I don't think anything's going to happen to him.
He's the GOAT. He can do anything he wants to do.
One last thing before we go. Answer me this question. Is Arden Key supposed to turn into a midget before he hits a bloke next time, or what? What's the story there?
God. Hey, by the way, Cal Shannon's going to go ask the league about that. He finally made a public announcement. Yeah, I'm going to have a talk with the league officials about that. So, Kyle, I'm glad, this is the kind of action we wish you would always take. That was grade A BS, Tony. That was the worst call ever.
I mean, if you compare this, Debo Samuel's knocked the mouth guard out of that guy, all right? And Arden Key just falls on this guy, and he got up straight away, to his credit. Arden Key got off the bloke in a split second. But Debo knocks this guy's mouth guard out, nothing. This guy just falls on the quarterback. And
all right, Tony, I so agree. And the thing is, if you leap and hit a guy, it's one thing. But if you fall on top and run and gab me and then drive into the dirt, it's two different things. Tony, we got to go, though. I'm gonna look for you Wednesday, just before the game coming up this week. All right?
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Shout out to everyone, and catch you in the next chapter.
Appreciate you, Tony. Talk to you later.
Cheers, man. Bye.
All right. And Guerrero. Hey, he's sorry for my bad signal in New Mexico. I thought he said Mexico. New Mexico. But anyways, let's go Niners and beat the Titans. Hey, Guerrero, man, it's no problem. Thanks for that contribution, fam. Antonio Monroy says Niners run 30-plus plays and throw less than 30. We always put 30-plus points. That's the formula. Nobody can stop us. Key is to run the ball if we are by 2+ scores. Yeah, you know what though, Antonio? That's pretty much a formula for anybody. If you're ahead, stop throwing the ball. Stop throwing the ball. If you got a ground game, this is what Buffalo's problem is going to be. They throw the ball from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Hey, Bobo, so proud of this team. Coach is getting the best out of these guys at the right time. If wild card teams like the Ravens and Giants win the Super Bowl, so can we. The Ravens, the Ravens, were they a wild card that year? J-Dog, get in J-Dog out of Boston. J-Dog.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo, baby? Well, you know what's going on, baby. We rolling, baby. Shout out to Ronbo Sports, man, for keeping me in the house as always, man. Boston in the house, 49ers in the house. Now let's get into it. Hey, I want to know. Did anybody see that mouthpiece that Debo had to do flying out?
It flew way up in the air.
Yo, it's going crazy. It's still up in the air somewhere. I don't know. It ain't came down yet, man. It's going crazy. Hey, I want to publicly say on Ronbo Sports right now, if we win this game, I will, as the president of the Kyle Shanahan I Hate You Club,
oh, that's right,
publicly apologize on Ronbo Sports to Kyle Shanahan if we win this game. He's been doing a hell of a job. Just running the ball, just letting Jimmy G do his thing, man. you know what I mean, regardless of missing reads, regardless of this and that. But I want to know, Ronbo, can we really take it there with these corners? Shout out to the safety play from Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski. But with these corners, can we really take it there? I'm not afraid of nobody. You know, if we could keep doing what we need to do, and Fred Warner got a little bit of nastiness in him now. I don't know if anybody's seen that. He got a little bit of nastiness in him.
Oh, he's always been like that.
Because
I've seen him for years do that. Fred gets in people's faces all the time. Opposing players mess with Fred. Fred is in your face immediately.
Man, hey, I love it, Ronbo. But you know, shout out to Tom Compton. Tom Compton's balling. You know what I mean? And I was an advocate for Jalen Moore, but Tom Compton is balling out the running game, man. You know what I mean? It's just crazy right now, man. Just to think of where we was to where we are now, and it's not over. I don't want to get too low. I don't want to get too down. But damn, man, these 49ers, man. Oh my God, man.
They're
These
fun.
put me in my grave, man. They're taking me on a gangster ride right now, Ronbo. I don't know what to do with myself. I just want to know what we're going to do about this quarterback play.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, J-Dog, Ambry Thomas, he dealt with two of the best in the league. Now, this weekend, Ambry can get somebody that he can work with so he can polish up some skills and technique. Ambry's only losing when the ball comes down. Nobody's smoking him or burning him on routes or anything. Ambry, and he's got to bump. Ambry, you're stronger than that. Bump that. When that dude comes up the line, Ambry, let him know about your man you are. Bam! And then when you go downfield with him, you can already keep up with these dudes because you run faster than anybody out there, except for Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's go. He can do it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And this D line, man, this D line is playing real nasty, real tough, the goal line defense. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans, man. Please, man.
And Coach Kasuric.
This guy
is getting Arden Key up to speed.
Absolutely, boy. This defensive line looks deep. It looks productive. I mean, shout out to Arden Key. Holy smokes. You know what I mean? I forgot all about D4. You know what I mean? Like, D4 when you
easy
want.
to do.
I'm all set. But, man, hey, you know what I mean? As always, Ronbo, Boston in the house, 49ers in the house, and Ronbo Sports in the house as always. Thanks for taking my call. I love you. We love you in Boston. My 49ers in the house, Boston in the mother effing house, and 49ers all day. Let's ride, baby.
Damn. Love you back. Appreciate you. Hey, J-Dog, we're Wednesday, man. Come in. We got to have a big group hug so we play this game on Thursday night and win it. We win that game. J-Dog, I guarantee you 10 wins and potentially 11 because you know how the Rams hate to play us. Ow!
Yeah, you know that. And you know they don't want no part of us. And like I said, I will come on Ronbo Sports and publicly as the president of the Kyle Shanahan, I Hate You Club, I will apologize to Kyle Shanahan on Ronbo Sports. I love you. That. Boston in the house, baby.
Hey, fam. I'll look for you Wednesday. Like J-Dog.
No doubt. Yes, sir.
There he goes. The president of Kyle Shanahan's Unappreciation Club is going to actually publicly apologize to Kyle Shanahan. Now, that is good for all of us, but that means we did really well. Hey, Tom.
Ronbo!
Tom, we're having fun tonight on this Victory Monday. We've had a few Victory Mondays this year, as opposed to last year's lack of. So, you know, it's like something we, you know, normally we could say, been there, done that. We the 49ers, man. Come on, man. This ain't nothing we ain't used to. When we lose is when we're trying to figure out what's up. So, you know, Tom, you know, we had players do a good job yesterday. Everybody seems to know their job. They seem dialed in. They seem focused. They seem determined. They're executing. We just have an issue with special teams. And, of course, Ambry. Notice I didn't say the whole secondary, just Ambry. But Ambry's going to get it. I got faith in him. And Kwaski T is shadowing him. Did you see T come over there and stop Key before he ran into the end zone? Ambry, Thomas, I mean, Kwaski T. Do you know Kwaski T is actually the fastest guy on the team? I just found that out this year.
Did not know that.
He's a 4.3 guy. I didn't even know that.
Well, first of all, when you talk about special teams, I mean, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news here.
No, we know about that bad news. So go ahead.
Absolutely freaking dreadful.
Oh.
Low Tower needs to be fired immediately.
Oh.
He's terrible. This is unacceptable. We're the 32. Are we dead last? No, we were dead last, but now I think we're middle of the road.
As special teams
Or,
middle of the road? I can't believe that.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's in the 20s or late 20s. No, towards the bottom.
I want to see the special teams is worse than ours, though. I want to see that. I got to look that up.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
And I remember after the Seattle game, he was saying that all the games were good, and he's a freaking liar. None of the games were good. Maybe the Bengals. This is before the Bengals game, which actually was a good special teams game, but every game was terrible. If you look at the stats, I mean, I'm not going to go over them with you right now, but he's had a meh or a.
It's on. It's on me. It's on me. It is on you. Well, it needs to stop being on you.
Then he
Can
lied
you do something about that?
Yeah, but then he lied and said that that these games were good, these were okay. No, he had a couple of and really bad.
You know he's got to say that though, Tommy, because what does he say? Yeah, I guess we kind of screwed up. He's got to look like he knows what he's doing. He's got to look confident. He's got to look like he's in charge and in control. When really he's thinking to himself, "I wish they wouldn't call me for these press conferences."
Yeah, I mean that's a bad thing. And then of course the cornerback play, but those are the only weaknesses I see right now. Our run defense is freaking amazing now. I mean. We shut down Cordell Patterson, who is listed as a running back, by the way, not a wide receiver. Shut down.
And that was without Aziz. I can't wait till Aziz has become just death on the runners. Death.
Yeah.
And Dre Greenlaw has always been the dude. I mean, we got linebackers.
I was so nervous that because Aziz was out. And I'm like, who's going to step up? And I'm like, wow, I didn't know it would.
Fred took it on himself.
Vintage Fred.
It hurt his coverage a little bit.
Out of his mind.
No running.
Yeah. And now we have back to the cornerbacks. Ambry Thomas is, he's in the right place.
Yeah.
I think he's always in the right place. I think he's lacking confidence to play the ball. So maybe that's going to come with time. I mean, I don't think he's a total bust. I thought he was going to be a bust, but he doesn't look like that. He's just going through growing pains. But so I thought Mosley was going to come back for the Texans game. But am I totally there's new news that he's not coming back till?
The news today was Kyle doesn't really. He's hopeful, but he doesn't expect to. He was hopeful Mosley was going to be back for the Rams game, but he doesn't think he's going to make that one either. So if it's a high ankle sprain, you know how those go. Maybe they'll be able to play, maybe not. So.
Yeah, but we were giving up some big plays, but what are you going to do with Matt Ryan? Their offense is decent, but their freaking defense is terrible. That's why
I know.
I mean,
that's what we're able to practice.
That's what you do with bad defenses. You tear them apart. So we made them.
Because if we went any other way, we'd be pissed off. And by the way, Tommy, when you look around at some of the other teams around the league now, the Detroit Lions are not famous, and they just handed the NFC West leader. Not just a beating. Tommy, they beat the hell out of him. So you know what? You got to be careful. You got to play everybody or end up getting embarrassed. Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have to say, the Saints are scary, man. Their defense is legit, and they own the Bucs. What happened in 2020? They swept them. But they just lost in the playoffs because it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a year.
I know. But Tom.
That's why I'm worried about playing the Rams. I'm not. It's not
the Rams are legit. That's why the 49ers will play them tough. You got to worry about Texans a little bit. Tell me we're going to run out of time. I don't want the 49ers going there clowning around. We got this. No, you don't. You got to play the game, guys. Play the game. Huh.
Yeah, if we sweep the Rams, I mean, and then we play them in the playoffs, it's a little
weird. Yeah.
But yeah.
I hope not. I want the Cowboys or the Cards. All right, fam. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. We might get a bye that week, though, Tommy. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see you Wednesday. All right, Tommy. All right.
And Anna says happy holidays.
Hey, Anna, happy holidays back to her too. All right, both of you happy holidays. All right.
Yeah. Merry Christmas and whatnot.
Thanks,
Talk to you. Bye.
All right. Looking forward, Tommy. Bye. And the Ramirez Sports Report. Ronbo, Niners looking good. Rams tied for first with win Tuesday. I know. See, that's the thing. If the Rams win tomorrow, yeah. Okay. Hawks won't win. Fam, they won't win just because they know it would help us out. Good luck, Rudy. We need for you. We need that showdown game, the last game of the season, Rudy. You know that would be fun. Hey, T. T. Looking for T. I'll come back to T. B. Helm.
Oh, look at it like this, Ronbo. It ain't nothing Jimmy G did, Ronbo. He ain't do nothing but make all the right throws when we needed him to make them.
Yep.
The defense played outstanding.
Yes.
As you notice, Mike McGlinchey, I've been tripping. You know, I had got kind of
I want to hear all this. Get your mic. There's something going on in your mic. You sound too distant. Are you on the road?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now it's better. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
My bad. Mike McGlinchey, he out for the season?
I mean, he may be out permanently. He's got that kind of injury. It's a 50-50 whether he will actually be able to regain the strength in that leg to be able to continue playing professional football. It's that serious.
Well, look, I like Mike McGlinchey as a person, but seems like since Mike McGlinchey has been out of there, Ronbo, it seems like the line has been blocking off their right side a whole hell of a lot better.
Which is strange.
What I have been seeing in the game, the line is actually blocking better for Jimmy G. He can sit back and, make throws. Like the guy said, man, Kyle Shanahan, he done incorporated some stuff. If we make it to the playoffs, which a lot of people wrote us off early, with a 4 or 5 game losing streak, I mean, what else would you do?
Mm-hmm.
But if we make the playoffs, man, you can't do nothing but give that man Kyle Shanahan credit, man.
You're gonna have to.
Right now, man,
he came from way back.
Yeah, man, we shouldn't be nowhere near anything dealing with regular season. We don't have no good starting cornerbacks right now. I mean, really, our defense is pretty much like it was last year when we was like, hey, we can't do nothing without Nick Bosa, but we was posting up some pretty good pass rush.
Yeah, brilliant scheme.
We did something last year.
We was actually blitzing and everything else. It was just looking good.
Right. All right. So shots out to the defense. Shots out to the offense. I do wonder if we're going to test the market with this guy, Sean Breland.
Breland's I think he's got citizenship issues, and he bust out hollering at D'Amico like he was at the coaches over in Chicago. Where did he get released from? Minnesota? Yeah, you can't.
The Vikings.
You can't jump up in the coach's face talking trash. What was he thinking? and then you jump on your teammates too. Oh no, he's got to go.
You got to look at it like this, Ronbo. When you out here losing, man. That losing is emotional, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at how we are when we're losing.
Hey, And BM, have you ever played ball? There's you feel this, something gnawing in the middle of your stomach. It won't go away, and it causes rage. And that's like the Chicago Bears and Vikings right there fighting. Chicago's tired of losing.
They're tired of getting beat up.
Yeah, and so you start fighting.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a nice pick, I'm guessing, considering, Ambry Thomas is young, man. He got some learning to do. I'm not gonna take it out on the kid.
Yeah.
He got some learning to do.
Coming into week 10, 8. What week did he start? He just started learning now. What, 2 weeks ago?
He played like week 1 or 2 or something like that, didn't he? And then I don't know.
And then they
what
made
happened.
him sit down. I forgot about that. You're right.
And see, that's the thing. I think if he hadn't had to sit, for a couple of games or whatever.
But see, he couldn't beat out Mosley.
They had to just continue.
Yeah, he couldn't beat Mosley out. Josh Norman is a veteran, and they want him out there, So that was the rotation.
Well, yeah. Well, we're going to have to do something, Ronbo. Honestly, the only problem I think we're going to have, I didn't see the direct beginning of the game, so I don't know about that.
I'm glad you missed it. You'd have been mad as hell.
Oh, man.
And Ayuk did. And JaMychal Hasty did that twice. First time he did it, he just fumbled. It knocked it out of his hands. The second time, the ball bounced on the ground, hit him in the chest, and he lost it. And it bounced out of bounds, fortunately. I said, JaMychal, sit down, relax. Somebody give him a drink. What's wrong with you, man?
He might need to talk to George Kittle about dropping that ball. Since when George Kittle dropped that ball, thank God he hadn't dropped any more like that since.
Yeah.
But we can't start slow like that in the playoffs real quick.
No.
We get in the playoffs, man. That's the one thing we can't do. We need to
focus.
This is the time now that we should be picking it up.
Yeah.
Last quick thing, Ronbo, and I promise you I'm gonna let you go. Don't this year seem like the year when Jimmy G came that we started getting hot like the last 5 weeks of the season, but we didn't go to the playoffs?
Yep.
So I wonder if we can get hot like that and take that into the playoffs. I wonder what will we look like.
He's got a razor sharp and extremely confident looking all of a sudden, and you notice on those routes the timing, it's crisp. Ayuk comes across the middle, boom, perfect timing. Debo, him and Debo had that down for a long time. Him and George, of course, had that for a long. Everything's coming together and looking unstoppable. I can go on like this all night. What about this? Let me see you Wednesday.
Okay, we'll do, man. Be safe, man.
You too,
man.
man.
What you do?
Hey, B-Ham, be careful out there, too. Talk to you later.
All right, thanks.
There's B-Ham rolling down the road in that big rig. Hey, Papa, Dr. Papa Dragon and the Bamettes. Pop!
Hey, what's going on, Bo?
Wow, man, we're just sitting there, probably thinking ahead of time. But you know what? We got to play the Titans first. All this celebrating we're doing, it's Victory Monday. We have a right to. But, boy, I tell you what, it's like we probably need to calm down. But I ain't calming down, Pop. What do you think about? You can continue on from what you did yesterday, because in the back of your mind, no matter what, it's like when your mama made the best dessert of all time, and you can have some. She lays that spoonful of canned peas on your plate, and you can't have no dessert until them peas is off that plate. Now, that's Ambry Thomas.
Yes.
He's the peas on the plate. I wish they could get him up to speed, but it's asking too much. Bob, give me some.
I think when you look at things, especially analytics, the way analytics are today, I think analytics, I think they're like half bull crap, and they're half true. And what I mean by that is like there's plays that are not measured by analytics,
Lots.
Yes, lots. And so right now, based on analytics, over the last 8 weeks, Jimmy Garoppolo has been the best quarterback in the league.
No, they didn't say that though, did they?
Oh yeah, actually they have.
They went too far. Even I'll attest to that.
So he's the highest rated quarterback, and he's got average. He's got the highest yards per average per pass, which is like he has like 8.48 yards
8.9.
per
I saw
pass
that.
play.
I saw that number. I
Something
think
like
that's
that.
number one. Yeah.
He's number one, and right behind him is Kyler Murray, and both these two quarterbacks really haven't been playing. Yeah, Kyler's right behind.
Oh, that's right. And then Rodgers falls in behind, which is very bizarre. Yeah. You're right. Analytics are bizarre.
No, analytics don't ever really tell a full story. Yesterday I was really excited. Because I thought the player who I thought made the biggest difference yesterday was Jaquiski Tartt. Because not only, well, I know that, but guess what? He was one of the lowest ranked in the PFF rankings.
Well, thank God we got him.
This is why it's horse crap, because it doesn't show, for example, the assist you give to other teammates and then bailing out, and he's the one that's been really working over top of Ambry Thomas. I think number two, Ambry Thomas is really playing. He's not playing to the strength of his ball skills. He is an in-your-face bump and run cover. So he was playing off most of the game yesterday and playing some zone and stuff like that. So I think people, I'm checking Twitter out. I know people there are insulting him when Kyle Pitts beat him, and I'm thinking to myself, there's not many cornerbacks in the league right now that can really just take Kyle Pitts out of a game one-on-one. So I think, like I said, being a fan myself, but having that foot like in the door of playing the game, but also working in the game professionally for the NFL. I see the game a lot differently. So, like I said, I'm not overly excited. I'm not thinking about winning out. I'm not thinking about the playoffs. I'm really agonizing over how in the hell we're going to pull out this game Thursday. So here's the score. This is the score. When you play Thursday, okay, because we're playing Thursday and we just got done playing Sunday, as soon as you take a shower and you go home with them aches and pains and you wake up on Monday, okay, and you have to go to recovery, you go to treatment, okay, and you have meetings, and then Tuesday, you're going to start putting in, some of the game plan, more treatment and stuff like that. Then
Pop, they're working out today.
I know.
Which I found incredible.
That's not incredible. It's just desperate because technically they only have one practice.
Yeah,
because they have to travel across country for a Thursday night game. There ain't nothing fair about. See, John Harbaugh was right when he was complaining how unfair that was. That is severely unfair because that really does tilt the scales towards the Titans.
Especially at this point in the season. Oh, man.
Exactly. But, if you look around the season right now, the carnage is real. The whole response to COVID is real.
47 people. Man.
Oh, it's going to be more than that. So, even in my situation, when I'm going places and I'm double masking and stuff like that, sometimes, you step into a place, you forget to put your mask on. That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm conscious of it. Now imagine if you just don't, if you're not overly concerned about it, or you think it's a hoax, or you think you're healthy, you think you're young, there's just like all these different variables. Exactly.
Well, COVID don't care.
So it don't, but it's going to play a role. Now, here's where I'm encouraged. I'm not sure if 49ers will win Thursday night, and I would completely accept and understand if they lost that game. However,
for all the reasons you just stated. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But because we won the last game, we now have an 87% chance to make the playoffs.
3.5 favorites.
Yes, that's very good. 87% chance to make the playoffs. That's good. And the reason why that's good is that so far historically this season, the 49ers have been better on the road than they have been at home.
Bizarrely, yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Bob, we need to wrap up, though.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap up real quick. I'm going to say this last thing about the special teams. and about people calling for the coach's head. In order for you to be able to coach, you got to have players. Okay, with the amount of injuries we've had, where do you think we get those players from? We get them from special teams. So we've been taking his best special teams players, and we've been starting them. So one of the reasons why we're pretty bad is that, number one, we didn't focus on special teams, but number two, injuries. Injuries to the main starters. We take players off special teams. Now you have other people who aren't as good playing on special teams with low experience. So it's going to be a problem for us.
But somehow we're going to put. But other teams have to deal with it too, Pop. So we're going to see. Pop, this is a good subject. We got so many we could go on and on with. Let me see Wednesday though, because it's definitely good points.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, I got to figure out my score, man. It's going to be tight.
I know, right?
I think the Niners should win the game, but it's going to be tight.
All right, you work on that. Right. I'm gonna see you Wednesday, fam. Bim and Bam.
All right, brother.
Good night. All right, y'all.
All right, good night, man.
Night, fam. And oh, here he is. It's Josh, the Rams fan, Josh is probably taking exception to the fact that we're actually rooting for the Seahawks, knowing Josh knows how badly we hate the Seahawks. What have we done? Have we become hypocrites? What is wrong with the 49er fan base? Josh, with answers to these questions and more.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Josh.
Can you
Come
hear
on
me?
in. Yes, I can hear you.
So check this out, man. You playing the Titans team with only Julio Jones, so it should be an easy win.
No, not
It's going to be a low-scoring game.
Julio's got that famous hamstring is hurting.
Okay, well, you pretty much going to be playing. You got the Texans. You got the you played the Atlanta Falcons. That was an easy game. You'll beat the Titans.
Yeah.
You'll lose to the Rams. You'll make the playoffs. You'll be the 6th seed. You'll play Tampa Bay. You'll play Tampa Bay the first round.
Yeah.
And that'll be a good game. That'll be a good game, man. But for you root for the Seahawks, man, we're gonna beat the brakes off the Seahawks tonight, man. So
you know what?
They might as well. They you know what they tried to do, right? They tried to get mad at us about pushing our game back because they wanted to play us under man still, and we beat the Arizona under man. So imagine what we're gonna do at half full strength to the Seahawks without Tyler Lockett. It's a wrap.
Whoa.
It's
Josh,
a wrap.
Have you heard Tyler Lockett stop playing?
No, he's not playing. COVID protocol.
Oh!
They got this.
Because if you were going to say injury, I said, you know what? He's had them injuries before the game and game time decisions. COVID don't play, though. COVID says you're not playing. You're not playing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they lost their starting corner. They starting, left tackle? They got a lot of players out, man. And it's going to get real ugly real soon, man.
I didn't even know they
I think it'll be a blowout, man.
I didn't know they got beat up by
because
COVID.
DK ain't doing that this year, so
but crying,
I doubt
crying about touches. I know, right?
Dennis Rodman, that's Dennis Rodman Jr. right there, man. But I'm gonna tell you, y'all can win the rest of the games except the Rams. I think the Rams gonna pull it off.
Just I want you to
last time because y'all been. Y'all been bullying us for the last 2 years, so
you got to call back in Wednesday because I mean not Wednesday, but I mean last week, and we got to talk about this game because between you and Rudy, man, you guys are two Rams fans I actually like because you came with the real deal stuff last time too.
From Boston, man, I think he might be an undercover Seahawks or Giants fan, man. I think he be calling in for pretending.
Don't say this, J-Dog. He'd go nuts. That boy loves the 49ers. I mean, oh, my God.
Oh, okay.
But he is in Boston. And in Boston, if you're from Boston, you got to be a Patriots fan, right? Or an Eagles fan. Or, if you're going to stay East Coast, Jets. I think. Go ahead.
That's about the closest teams, I guess, to Boston is the Giants, the Jets, and like Pittsburgh, places like that, man. So I want to say, too, man, about R and Key, man. I'm a LSU Tigers fan, so go Tigers, man. So y'all got a good one, man, right there, man. And if y'all keep Debo healthy, George Kittle, honestly, man, I want y'all to play either the Bucs or the Packers. Beat the Packers, and y'all good with me.
Because you know what? Because you sound like Josh that you don't really care to deal with the 49ers first. Listen, you know what?
Nah, cause I'm gonna tell you, it's like this. Y'all got our number, man, and we beat the Seahawks. We got the Seahawks and Arizona number. But y'all, we can't beat y'all for that. And I don't care if y'all injured. Y'all got Nick Mullins at quarterback. We can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know if what's his name, Shanahan got something on Sean McVay or something. I don't know.
That's McVay's his student. Here's the thing. You feel our pain because for some reason, Russell Wilson can walk out on the field by himself. As long as he's got somebody snap him the ball and everybody else sit down, he would still beat the 49ers. You know what? As long as he's over there, I am not saying anything. Next time I look at the schedule every year, oh, man, we're going to split with the Hawks. I say this every year. We ain't splitting nothing with the Hawks. I am done with that. I am so tired of the Hawks. And if we play, and you know about it, Josh, you guys don't know about it, though. Because when you guys play in the clink, nothing happens to you. The referees are fair. Mm-hmm. The game goes as scheduled, and you beat them up. But when we go there, the officials, they get strange. The weather gets weird. Everything goes wrong. Yep. We start doing weird. The 49ers themselves start kicking themselves. And it's like, I don't know what it is. It's a phenomenon. We can't even compete with them. They beat us to death 2-3 weeks ago, and they were as weak as the skittens. Okay.
Russ got that look, man. If you really ever watch him, man, if you cover the deep ball, man, you're good, man. They playing for draft capital.
Josh, I don't know if you know about it, but they ran a commercial a few years ago. They ran a new shoe commercial, right? And they put Russell Wilson on a pair of skates and had him skate down through the floor. When we talk about putting a defender on skates, it was all 49ers. Yeah. They used the 49ers in that commercial. I was fit to be tied. I couldn't believe the disrespect. And then I said to myself, you know what, though? That's because you guys put yourselves in that position. Russell Wilson beats your ass every time we see you. Why not make that commercial? If I was Nike, I would have done the same thing. God, I'm sick of them.
I think Russ, man, and Pete might, I don't know, man, but Pete might be out next year. Russ might be gone. It's a possibility. Y'all might as well go ahead and get Russ or Aaron Rodgers next year, man. Y'all got the picks.
We don't have any picks. We don't have any, we haven't got any first round picks. We get rid of them for our quarterback, Trey Lance. Anyway, Josh, always fun.
Oh, Trey Lance. Okay, yeah. It is,
I got to go, and we got to go. I mean, if you got a chance, I'll be looking for you anytime you get ready to come in, man. It's hilarious. I
got you, man. I'll see you after this Sunday.
All right. Have a good night. Notice I didn't wish him good luck, though, because you know what? As bad as I hate the Hawks, we need for them to win that game tomorrow. This is business. Hey, Cino!
Yeah, ooh.
Cino, man, we're looking at our team. It's Victory Monday.
Bravo.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Who the hell scheduled this game on a Thursday? That's what I want to know.
See, somebody who needs an ass whooping. This is like they already make us travel. We have more East Coast. I think we have more miles traveled this year than any other team in the NFL. So, the East Coast swing and then make us come back again like this toward the end of the season when we're probably tired, worn out, and injured. It's just wrong on so many levels. So, nothing we can do.
Hey, real quick, I think we need to figure out the cornerback situation real quick. And I'm not just talking about Thomas. He's going to learn. He's going to go through his progression. It's just, I was hoping actually for Emmanuel Mosley to be back during the Rams game, but that's not looking like the case right now. So I guess we're going to just have to wait for him into the playoffs.
Yep, and hopefully that happens. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I just don't know.
It's a real shame that we're sitting here talking and we're rooting for the Seahawks to win tomorrow.
I know that's just. I don't. But we have to if we want. It's like I said. This is not anything more. It's not personal. This is business. Here's the thing. We are strong at several positions. Overly strong. When you got Dre and Aziz along with All-Pro Fred Warner, that linebacker room is just ridiculous. And Flanagan Foles ain't even that bad. The defensive line, if Arden Key is ready to go, boy, look out. Because I wanted him in my mock draft when he came out of LSU that year. And then you look at the defensive line looking better, and Nick is doing his thing. And the offense, all of a sudden, we're popping. The offense has got the timing down. I saw something yesterday I wasn't really, and I'm a huge fan, but I could not believe the timing, the perfection. Granted, Jimmy had a lot of time to throw, but still, even if he had time to throw, Jimmy hasn't always been that sharp. So I don't know. We look good, except for special teams and corner. Thank God Kwaski T didn't get hurt yesterday. We'd be dead meat.
Who is our kickoff return on special teams?
See, that's a good question.
Like the actual official guy. I remember every now and then it was Brandon Ayuk, and then after Cannon got injured, then they started doing like Travis Benjamin and everything.
Not only Travis Benjamin screwed up the same way as JaMychal Hasty did yesterday, and then you had also Sanu. He tried a couple of games, but Sanu has absolutely no speed. So what's the guy's name who got hurt? The guy that got hurt at the beginning of the season and hadn't been back since, who used to run kickoff returns for us for 2-3 seasons?
Oh, you talking about Taylor?
No.
Not Taylor. Is it Taylor?
No, Taylor was a little bit, but Jimmy. Oh, what is that? God, what is his name? Anyway, he got hurt at the beginning of the season because he was scared he was going to get cut. I'm just kidding. But, he did that the year before, too. And then he came back about 5-6 weeks into the season. Fam, chat, who am I talking about? What's his name? Oh, God. I haven't seen him in so long, I forgot his name. Anyway, he's gone, and he was not good, but we can appreciate him now.
Oh, hold on. You talking about, was he with us during the 2019 season?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Pettis?
No. Pettis didn't return. Richie James, thank you, Daniel Andre. Richie James, remember Richie? Gotcha. Everybody forgot Richie. Richie was not good. Richie was the famous fair catch. Richie, the guys aren't going to be there for another 30 minutes. You can't do nothing with that. So Richie James, Richie just go ahead and got hurt this season, but Richie, he wouldn't drop the ball. And every now and then he'd run it back. He was dependable as far as that goes. So we haven't had anybody as good as him since. And we complained about him. Remember? Everybody talked about Richie. I talked about him. Everybody talked about him. We got ourselves a new punt return, man. All right. Shoot, I wish I'd give anything to give Richie back right now.
Hey, there was. I don't know if they say anything else about Zaire. I know he was last week. He was day to day. Did he be a game time decision on Thursday?
Who'd you mention?
I was Zaire.
No, he's limited today in practice. He might play, I guess. Limited, because he hurt his elbow. I'm not sure if they can wrap that up and let him play. It may not be. Their run game is by committee. They're not all that badass. I still need him or Dre, one or the other out there. Because Flanagan Foles is okay. Flanagan Foles is kind of quick. He might be okay for this game. So we'll see. But anyway, man. Hey, let me see. We ran out of time with me talking all of your time. I'll owe you some time next time, right? Let me see you Wednesday if you got some time for us.
You got your Ronbo.
All right, CeeLo. Have a good night, fam.
Take it easy. You too.
Yo, JDC Niner. The DC Niner.
Margo.
Jay. Oh. Come on in, man.
Hey. What's going on?
We just sitting here talking about the performance yesterday because it's Victory Monday. And we're all crying about the same thing. You know something, Jay? I got a feeling Ambry Thomas shows us something against this team because Ambry came close to picking off. Like somebody said, he's dealt with some of the toughest dudes in the NFL just to come in and get baptized by fire. And they fired him up, too, boy. Jamar Chase. Your normal human being can't keep up with Jamar Chase? And he was right with Jamar. Jamar beat him a little bit by a step. And also Kyle Pitts. That dude's too big for So I'm looking this weekend. Ain't got nobody like that over in Tennessee.
Not bad. Boy, Ambry, look, I played corner. So Ambry doing good right now. We gotta let this gotta let this young man grow. You know, we see a lot of veteran corners out there getting burnt. This is only like when we seen Ambry in the beginning of the season, he was getting picked on every pass when his way was completed. You know what I mean?
True.
and then when he started against Cincinnati, he got a little better. You know what I mean? Only thing was he wasn't. Only thing was they was getting a little separation from him when they was going deep. And you know that's more of Chase talent. You know, was getting that separation at the end at the top of the route. But other than that, this last game against the Falcons, Ambry played good. You know what I mean? He had them 3 passes.
I agree.
Look, them from the Cincinnati game until the Falcons game, his position was totally better. He was in their hip pocket. Every pass, he was in their hip pocket. He was right there. He just wasn't strong enough to play. You know, to play the ball, to snatch the ball out of his hand.
So Jay, what did he do off season? What does he do off season? They already had him. They got him in the weight room now, from what I heard. And because Ambry's got speed. Do you know he's a 4.3 dude? So that's what I'm saying. You know, Ambry's just got to, like you said, stay in the hip. Don't fall a step behind. Especially with guys like Jamar Chase, and Pitts has got speed too. You can play him, Ambry. He almost picked him off, but like you said, not enough strength to pull it in. You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and he getting more confident now. You know what I mean? You could tell like you said, he almost had 2 picks. He could have, you know what I mean, if he had better hands. But, you know, he getting more confident. Man, where E-Man would be at right now if we cut him out there his first couple of starts. He wasn't too good when he first started. You know what I mean?
You know, though, do you remember that, Jay? I thought Mosley, remember that first year they cut him and he came in on a preseason game and made a great play? I says, who's that? I didn't know who he was yet. Nobody did. And then he didn't play that year. He came back the next year. I said, hey, you know what, guys? This guy Mosley, and you play corner, you play he's got technique. Mosley's technique is good.
Oh, yeah. But even the Super Bowl, yeah, they was like, why he out there? Why, you know what I mean? It was a give and take. Some people wanted Akello. Some people wanted Mosley. You know, it was a give and take.
True.
You know, you just got that. I see potential in Ambry. That's all it is. You know what I mean? If you look at most of these corners, you know what I mean, you just got to give him some time. Like, because his positioning, he learned how to play the game, and he set out a whole year, and he just learned how to play NFL cornerback. You know what I mean? And he did this.
I agree. I do.
I mean, if can't nobody watch and see the improvement from just these last 2 weeks, from when, you know, his position, you know what I mean? His technique is a whole lot better than it was last week. And you know, let him start these last 3 games. Yeah, let him start these last 3 games. He ain't doing no worse than Josh Norman.
Amen to that, because Josh has gotten on my last nerves. You know,
you see him when Josh get beat, he's not even in the picture half the time.
That's what I'm telling. But you know, he's 30. But he lost a couple of steps, not just one. It's gonna be him and AB in that last game.
Oh yeah,
you know it.
Hey, Ronbo, though, we might win this division though. I tell you the truth.
See, yeah, because the Cardinals.
Hey, because the Cardinals, they in trouble. Without D-Hop, they in trouble. They play Indianapolis Sunday coming up. Then they play them Cowgirls, and then they play the Sea Chickens. So they ain't got nothing easy coming up. And the Rams gonna lose probably the Seahawks or Baltimore. They got a tough schedule coming up too.
But Josh came in. LA Josh just came in and says COVID has been.
Ain't nobody worried about it. Ain't nobody. They still got Russell.
And you know
Russell
we're
playing?
allergic to Russell. But the Rams own that team. The Rams own them just as much as the Hawks own us. So sick of that. Dang.
Yeah, but them Rams, they fools go.
Yeah.
And they ain't about nothing. We know what they about.
Russ,
just like the
Cardinals. We rooting for you up here. We hoping.
That's it.
Let's go Hawks.
Go. Hey, it's my. I was about to say that might be the only time you hear me say that. Go Hawks.
Hey, Jay, you gotta say it like they do. That irritating fast they do. Go Hawks. Oh, go to hell, Hawks. That's what I want you to know. Ah!
And I want to give our commander of our offense some props, since I don't talk good about him all the time. Jimmy doing this thing right now. You know what I mean? He's taking command of that offense. Yeah, he might make a mistake here and there, but
what quarterback does
that's the one thing. That's the one thing why he started, because he got command of the offense at the line of scrimmage. He know the play.
And everybody's doing their job out there now. We had a couple of drops yesterday, but man, everybody's on time. Everything's working right. I said, look at this offense. I mean, it looks better than I remember looking this good. But anyway.
With them four receivers? Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are serious weapons now. I love it. All right, fam. Jay, I appreciate you, fam. Jay, I've been missing you, man. I ain't talked to you in forever. Get on back here Wednesday. Be looking for you.
I be listening. You know I'm always tuned in.
Hey, fam. Be careful out there, Jay. I'm going to see you Wednesday.
All right. Have a blessed night, man. Have a blessed night, faithful. We're going to the Super Bowl. I don't see nobody stopping us.
Ooh, I like that. And happy holidays to you, fam. All right,
Bang, bang, not again. What's the 6?
There you go. And the big horn from the big rig. Hey,
have a blessed night.
You too, fam. And I see Christopher Hegler says, short week, fam. Ronbo, I love this show. Hope we go all out on Thursday. Go Niners. Happy holiday. Chris, I agree. I just don't want to see any injuries take place in this game. Oh, God, that would be... Oh, we just got to get through it, win it, and get through it. Tennessee's right for picking two. They've got to have their feelings like they'd be down and out after that game against the Steelers. They were doing all right, and all of a sudden the wheels came off as they came back and lost in the fourth quarter. Salvador!
What's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Sal, all of a sudden it's like Christmas, and we're in the mix this year because we missed last Christmas because we was the jokes of the league, right? And here all of a sudden now we're talking 49ers have a chance to win. If we win NFC West, Sal, man, it's gonna be like, shoot, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can handle it. But Sal, looking at yesterday's game, anything you want to take away from that? Because we haven't heard from you. You got something you want to say about that game? Also, if you want to say something about special teams, and Ambry Thomas is at the spotlight on him. You already know. Sal, go, fam. You're on.
Yeah, you know, Ronbo. I just want to kind of repeat what a lot of callers, a lot of the fans. We all have like basically the same ideas and the same thoughts. My problem with special team is I really do, obviously I know it's really not the coach's fault. It has to do with the players. They're not executing, and the talent level on special teams is really poor. When you look back 2 years ago and you really look at the team, it was deep in depth, and the guys on special teams, our special teams unit in 2019, same coach, it was top of the league, and basically the players on there, guys like Tarvarius Moore, he's out. Aziz Al-Sha'ir, he was a role player. He was up and down on special teams.
Mostert was on that team too. Was Mostert still on special teams that year? Did they take him off?
Yes, he started. He was our gunner for 2 years.
Best gunner in the league. People was talking about. Yes.
Yes. Why do you think nobody was returning him? Because he was the gunner. Like a lot of these, our talent level dropped off on special teams, which is okay. But the thing that's not okay with me.
Another fast guy. See,
we lost the fair catch king, Richie James. You couldn't think about his name the other day. But Ronbo, I would fucking Ronbo, listen to me. I would kill for a fair catch from Brandon Ayuk. He does not catch the ball.
I know.
He lets it bounce, and it gives me deja vu to Kyle Williams. Because yes, I'm that young. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about a Niner playoff. I think about Kyle Williams fumbling the damn NFC away. So that's what it reminds me of. We need to address that. Basically, special teams. It probably will. There will be some change just due to if it continues happening like this, and if there is a major fuck up in the playoffs, obviously there's going to be some some changes. But aside from that, quarterback play, offense, it looks great. What I really am interested in is we're not showing a lot of our plays yet. Where I think Debo's in the backfield. There's a lot more schemes for Debo to get the ball out the backfield rather than
running through the tackles.
What I'm waiting for us is the play action where he is one-on-one on a linebacker and he's running a wheel route. That shit like that, or when it's like play action and like the hard play action, because basically he's winning on the tosses and like the outside zone. So when we do the play action and we got two guys crossing the other way, like either a Jennings or a Kittle, man, big plays, and we're saving those for the playoffs. That's what
I think you're right, because even you see Jennings outside the hash every now and then outside the numbers, and you think, see, people thought they can't throw that. Kyle's just testing that out to see. You're not going to see that a lot. Those crossing routes are working perfectly because you can't stop them when they're timed right? The 49ers can win with that right now, but you're right. There's going to be a whole arsenal pulled out against the teams in the playoffs. You got to be careful what they expose themselves to right now. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I really think Belichick laid a duck on Saturday night. He did not. He walked the Colts into a damn trap because he's gonna get them back in the playoffs. Mark my words. But as far as a play, he played duck. But as far as playing, and hoping for a division, I would probably want the Rams to win the division somehow, just because I know we could get them in the playoffs, and that would be a cool playoff game to go to if somehow we face the Rams.
We gotta look at scenarios. You're right. I wonder.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the math.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think one scenario I really want to happen is Cowboys to get the first round bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want them to get the first round bye so they can come out and lay a duck in the second round. That would be pretty cool.
Cowboys. Some you've been watching the Cowboys, right? I see them defensively. They look like they're so good because they got Micah and he's Micah's whatever. He is good.
Yep.
But then I see how some of those other guys can be exploited, of which the NFC East teams are not doing. I said, you know what? Kyle will cut them people up like a surgeon. I said, you know what? I'd like to see the Cowboys and Dak. Oh, Dak, I'm going to introduce you to Nick. Because, see, if we can the problem is they got great receivers. That's the only thing that worries me. And right now, Sal, we need SOS in our secondary. But you know what? Maybe he'll be ready by then a little bit. He's not that far off.
Our front seven can compete with the Cowboys. It's just, the back end, we're going to struggle. But I really like the playtime Amber Thomas is getting, because he has some good techniques and some good skills. If he wasn't so high with his hands, against the Bengals, we would have killed him. Yep. Even if he just presses him a little bit slightly off, he doesn't have those two penalties. That's a whole different game. I mean, we probably blow them out.
He's just got to.
But even he's in good position. Yeah, he's raw. Yeah. I like him. But as far as coaching, one more point, Ronbo, before I get out of here.
Real quick.
Robert Saleh, he brought up a defensive back coach named Ricky Manning Jr. He has him on staff now. He's from Cali, Fresno. He was coaching here. Mm-hmm. I personally know him that he was talking to Shanahan about 2 years ago, and they couldn't come to a contract. I want him to get him back over Cali and,
get him back there.
He's a place.
He knows how to teach.
He needs to get him on the squad somehow as an assistant. He has like a quality control role over there on the Jets right now.
I love it.
So we need some different coaches over here. We need some man press guys.
Agreed.
Yeah. We need some development because
you can always play zone, but you can't always play man because everybody can't play man, but everybody can play zone. But Sal, good stuff, fam. Let me see you Wednesday. See what you got to say about what's going to happen on Thursday. All right.
For sure. I'll see you later.
Fam. Night, Sal.
All right, later.
All right. KC.
Hey, what's shaking, Ronbo? Yo, man, I'm not feeling too well tonight. I just want to say, cool to see Chill Pill Phil still alive, and I'm happy to predict that the 49ers are going to win by 20 points versus Titans because they got Jeff Wilson back. So, anyway, Rumble, I'm going to go.
You sound
Thank
seriously
you for the platform.
discomfort, man. I don't want to see you in pain. All right, go ahead, get that rest, and you'll be all right by tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I really need the rest, man. Got to listen to your body, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you do, really do. All right, Casey, hope that gets better soon, okay? All right, have a good sleep, and we'll see you in a couple of days.
Yeah, man, they got Hefe back, man. He had 110 yards last week, you know, so they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, later, Rumble.
All right, Casey. There goes Case. He's under the weather, but he still got in and said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Down, dude. Hey, Ellis.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis. You know, Ellis, tell you, man, it's funny. The only thing, most of us believe that the potency of the 49ers is peaking at the right time. We look at all the numbers. And Papa says the analytics, of course, he's right, too. You can only take them so far as what the reality is, right? But the thing is, it is that they did look pretty solid yesterday against a team that's probably they should have looked solid against because they're not quite ready for prime time right now. But still, the 49ers look that good. It's like a practice game. I'll accept that. We still have our issues with certain players on the team. Special teams are still a problem. And, of course, we're concerned with Ambry. And but what do you see, fam? I mean, you make a judgment call from yesterday, what you saw, and continue from where you left off because we always have to cut people off too soon. Pick up right where you left off from yesterday.
Man, shout out to Taco Monday, man. I just
Hey,
whipped up some
that's how to
tacos over
celebrate.
here at the house.
Yes.
Man, I just had to put one down so I could talk to you, man. I got my kids over here. They want some more. I'm like, man, can I eat first? I made all y'all plates already. Let Dad eat something real quick, and I'll get on the stove again. All right, just give me a minute. But
that's fun stuff.
Yeah, Ronbo, you know, yeah, man, always. But you know, damn, I didn't even realize we're playing. We are going to be playing in a couple of days, man. I think it's good for us. I'm not really concerned about us being burned out, to be honest. I mean, we don't have to worry about playing against the best running back in the league, and Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying?
Got lucky.
I would, you know, even if they did have A.J. Brown, I'm honestly not concerned. I mean, he's a great player, but he I mean, we can have,
He's been dropping the ball
we
out
can
this
have
year.
a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, and between that, we got some guys that can cover him. You know, we got Jimmy Ward and, you know, Jaquaski out there, and you know, that can help out in the secondary with whoever will be guarding him if potentially he plays. You know, and that'll be really the only factor. I don't know who else really they got over there that's doing any dirt on the offense.
Yeah, and somebody put a report up that AJ's on the IR. I didn't even know that. So I don't know what they're doing for a wide receiver.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. We really have a lot of things working to our benefit right now, and us being more of a healthy team than a lot of the other teams, and then with the well, they don't have any COVID, you know, any COVID issues over there, but a lot of other teams around the league.
They do. I mean, the thing else, COVID is running through Tennessee. According to Papa Dragon, the administration over there does not feel like COVID is real or something to that effect. And I don't know. I'm worried about our guys coming out of Tennessee healthy from the way Papa Dragon's talking.
Yeah, and that's definitely that would be one thing that I am concerned about more than anything is playing against teams where that's running crazy like that. But considering the fact that I'm sure that they're going to have to up the testing a whole lot more, you know, for the team, I'm hoping that that's something that we don't have to worry about as far as us getting, you know, bit by that. I mean, Travis Kelce just got put on the COVID
Somebody just
reserve
posted
list.
that up, right? Oh my
God! Yeah, he just got placed on the list, and I mean, it's running crazy, man. It's all over the league right now. It's kind of, you know, it's a bit strange that it's been happening in such an abundance for like the past 2 weeks, but I'm just thankful that it's not us that's having the issue, and I want us to keep it up. And I know that, you know, our staff and everybody's going to, you know, continue, and the guys are going to take it real serious, as we all should. So,
yeah, absolutely. And we cannot afford to be losing no games because of COVID. Oh no. So. Yeah, man. And shout out to you know, I mean, I'm not concerned about the Bucks. You know, they just Chris Godwin just, you know, is out for the rest of the season with an ACL. Ooh. That was their best receiver on the team outside of Mike Evans. So I know they got
what was his name? Rashad Perryman or something like that. He caught a couple of good passes for him, but either they're going to have to bring back, they're going to have to bring back, what's his name? Yeah, they're going to have to bring back AB, or they're going to have to suck it up and just, do the Gronk, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette.
Gronk. Yeah, Gronk's still out there, though.
Yeah, they got Jalen Darden over there still, you know what I mean, who's been getting, slowly incorporated, but he plays mostly special teams. So I'm not concerned about playing them in the first round. I actually would. That would actually be a really good first team to play. I know everybody may not agree, but they need us match wise more than any other team in the league.
And the thing is, if Jimmy gets to play against Tom, he will come out there with his game face on like we ain't never seen. I would really enjoy that. So the motivational factors would be off the hook.
Yeah. And I was hoping that Jeff was going to come out and play the way he did yesterday. I know when we talked about it before, I was just expecting him to really kind of take the reins in the backfield, even over Jermichael Hasty. And he did exactly that. So, we're, I'm just thankful to see him feeling, to feel the way that he used to and even a little bit better. I mean, it's what better time than right now to, have our guys coming back strong for the, this second half of the season. This is, it's about how you finish. So, and right now, we're in the process of, of finishing, strong, and we can close out this game. This game, I'm really not worried about, honestly.
Just because of the time, we only got 2 days all day to sleep. They had to work out today after yesterday's game. I'm glad it wasn't physical yesterday, at least not for us. The Falcons probably laid up with all kind of ointment on and laying in the ice tub and everything else because, boy, we beat them up. I mean, where else we got to go, though, fam? I mean, looking for you Wednesday before the game, though.
Yeah, most definitely, Brother Ronbo. And make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, and shout out to production.
Thanks, fam. Shout out to the squad, too.
Hi, Ronbo.
Is this Imani?
It's Josh.
It's Josh. Josh, you before you turn 12 or 13, you're still gonna remind me of your sisters when you come on the phone. It's okay. Josh, how you doing? You still playing football? Josh? Did I lose Josh? Did we lose a connection? Oh, no. Shout out to the squad. I'll see you guys Wednesday. We lost your connection somehow. What we got here? Did we do this? I could have sworn we did this. Yeah. It's Okie Niner says, Niners over Titans 27-17. I hope we're in the mood to score that many points. The Niners, it's just like Kyle Shanahan said. Guys, we just got to put this game behind us and get ready to play. This is going to be the first Christmas I've had off in years. And I just hope it's a happy, Merry Christmas. So let's go in there and give it our best shot and enjoy our holiday. Because the guys are thinking Christmas, they want to do this for Coach. 49ers going to play their ass off against these Titans. We're going to find out, though. And, they play their best football on the road. This what we saw in Levi's yesterday. That was more unusual than anything else. So if they go get it together at home, I can't imagine what they look like on the road.
What happened?
Holiday time, Emilio. It's last year's holiday.
Of course, and it's Niner football too.
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying.
Christmas present. It's the early Christmas present. We're gonna whip some Titan ass.
It's a double good time, and don't let us. And can you imagine waking up on Christmas morning knowing you got 9 wins, about to get 10, because the Texans can't whoop nobody? Of course, we better be careful with saying that after watching what happened this weekend.
No, but if they let the Steelers come back now, come on now. I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday they're hungry. They're hungry. They're hungry. They're gonna keep winning. Like I said, we need to get ready for playoffs. Embry Thomas is getting ready for the playoffs. He's having a little hiccups, but he's learning on the fly. So
shout out to Embry.
He needs these 3 games to get ready.
Yes, indeed.
He's getting ready. People keep saying he's not doing that good. I'm like, he's actually doing pretty good. He just needs more reps. The more reps he gets, the better he'll get.
I said he'll be way better by the time we get to the playoffs.
Because he's got raw skills. He's got the tools. You can see it. You know? That's why I got a feeling, you know what? He just needs a little adjustment.
Yeah.
I just want him to be minimum good enough. I don't want quarterbacks to look up there. Ambry Thomas, where's number 20? Oh, hell yeah. Listen, I want you to just run a slight. Just give me an out.
He's doing a better job than Norman. Norman is good to punch out the ball, but when he gets beat and he starts pulling. At least with Ambry, he's in that man's face. You know, you got to look. You got to. It's like if you put Ambry against Kittle, who's gonna win that battle, Ambry or Kittle?
Oh yeah, Kittle's gonna win that battle. But I mean, the thing is,
well, that's why other people talking about, he got beat, and then people go back, he got beat by Pitts. I'm like, okay, if you put Kittle on that spot, who you think who's gonna win that? Him? Is Kittle gonna win that or Ambry? I was like, come on, it's the same scenario. I was like, that's
you
a
can
big
even expand on that.
Trying to go against him.
I mean, you get a deal with one of the fastest dudes that's been with his quarterback ever since God knows when. I mean, come on, man. Cincinnati Bengals running that wide receiver, man. Ain't nobody gonna stop him. Like
I said, at least yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no.
But like I said, I'm just looking at Ambry. At least Ambry's in your face. He's not Norman that's getting beat. You know, Norman is good to give us a turnover. He's good for that. But no, at least Ambry's in your face. You know, at least you got to worry about Ambry. You know, give him a little more experience. Give the man a break.
He was running with Jamar Chase.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Ambry's got speed.
That's exactly my point.
I like that.
That's exactly my point. Give that man more reps. He'll be better. That's why 3 more games he's got. By the time he gets to the playoffs, we're gonna be like, man, took him long enough. So,
he grew up quick.
He'll be ready by playoffs. Yeah, he'll be ready by playoffs. Give him a little chance. Give that man a little break.
Because that's not a UDFA. That boy could play in school. I mean, he could play. So, you know, I'm
So,
he'll be all right.
Just give that man a little more reps.
He just needs to get used to the NFL. It's a whole different game. And even Greedy and those guys weren't that great in their first year either. It's just tough coming from college to the NFL as far as the cornerback goes.
Like I said, like I just said, it's all about reps. Give the man a chance. He'll be a lot better. Like I said, by the time come playoffs, he'll be a bad man. Just give him a little chance. He hasn't really played for almost a year. So, you know, you got to get him a little chance. I keep forgetting
about that. He didn't play last year at all. And he ain't played at all this year until the last 2 or 3 weeks.
So just like a couple weeks ago, like I said, get him a chance. He'll be better. Like I said, you can't get better without reps. Get him reps.
He looks at the film and see what you did wrong. It helps. You know, you need some tape to look at.
Like I said, last week he had the hands in the face. They told him fix that. He fixed it.
He didn't do it this week,
now
right?
all he has to do, exactly. Like I said, give the man reps. He'll fix it. He'll fix his little.
Mm-hmm. He went up there with Kyle Pitts and almost picked him up.
Hey, exactly. I was about to just say that. Like I said, he almost picked him up. He almost knocked the ball out of that man's hand. Come on now, give that man a break. Don't give that man a hard time.
A ice pass.
And he's a rookie.
Yes.
He's a rookie. So give him a man.
I ain't mad at him. I'm
That's all. Hey, I said, give the man a shot.
People out there calling him a bust already. But people use that word bust.
That tells you people that call the man a bust. No, you can't learn football overnight. You just can't. No matter who the hell you are, it takes you a couple games, a couple years to get as you need to get.
You know, because Lattimore over in New Orleans, he's an outlier. You don't get cornerbacks just come in the league and look like Lattimore. All right? You know, normally it takes a minute. So, you know, and he ain't had a minute. He's just been out there 2 or 3 weeks. So.
Yeah. You know, you can say, oh, he might. You look at Jalen Ramsey. Everybody was talking about, oh, he's the best tight end in the league so far. But you know, it's coming to prove he's gotten beaten a few times. We beat him a few times already. So don't relax, people. Play like I say. By the time we get to playoffs, Ambry will ready. He'll be ready.
Yeah.
Let him play a little bit more. I just don't want Shanahan and the defense to say, oh, you know what? Somebody's back. Let Mosey play. I said, no, get him in. Let that man play.
No. Whoa. You know, if Mosey's back, I ain't making Ambry sit down. I'm making Norman sit down. And
I don't know. That's a tough one because I don't know what they might do with that. That's just like I said. I just don't want them to say, you know what? Let him play. Like, come on now. You gotta let Embry play. If he's doing good.
Yes,
they
but
gotta,
once he comes back, he's going to play just because of
it.
experience, because we need that for the playoffs. But Ambry's doing a good enough job right now. If he could play till the rest of the regular season, that'd be awesome. And then Mosley's again. But my question is about Josh. Josh, if I see you get beat by 30 or 40 feet like I have been a couple of times, I'm going to have to ask you to sit down, okay? I'm just letting you know. And you know I'm just going to jump in your face, Sid, you know? I got nothing else to say. I'm telling you, you know? All right. Hey, Emilio, let me see where's
But all right. Well, great win. Stop hating on Embry and on to Tennessee.
There you go.
You have a good night, sir.
Got this. You too, fam. Night, Emilio. Hey, man, let's go check out Jason. Blasphemous, I know. I'm just saying, because Josh, man, he just worries me. Hey, Jason. Get in here, Jason. Jason, can you hear me?
Oh, snap. We on East Coast time?
yeah, we is.
What's up, brother?
Jason, you up. That's the thing. Like you mentioned, East Coast time, and Jason's trolling around.
Well, I got a new secret. I'm third shift now, so I'm up. I'm up all through the night.
Well, I'll be looking for you from now on then.
Hey, man, I'm up anyway, Ronbo, because I like building with you guys. Y'all always give me good stuff, but we're easily fooled, and I'm going to tell you how.
All right.
Ambry Thomas is a killer Witherspoon. I'm not even going to say 2.0. Because of his 40 speed, I could say maybe, but it's the same thing, just in a different, decorated with a different color. Tell me a killer wasn't always there. Guess what? You was a DB, Ronbo, right?
Yes. It's all about the technique.
Turn your head around and react to the ball. So I don't really care that he's there. You got to swivel those hips and turn around and get ready to make a play on the ball. Otherwise, you just a killer Witherspoon. Witherspoon was there a lot of times. He just wouldn't turn his head around. This guy, Dante Johnson, what is it? That we waiting for this practice squad guy? Is this the guy we're banking on coming back?
That's it. That's all we got, fam.
Veteran?
That's it. Diamador. You got Demo. Demo can't run.
I'm praying Mosley come back. I don't know what y'all talking about with letting this guy, Ambry Thomas, just take over for Mosley. Let's stop that foolishness.
That was Emilio.
Mosley,
I ain't for that.
Mosley can cover.
Yes.
I don't care that he's not 6'2", 220 pounds.
He can
he's
do
a small. He can cover. That's all you got to do at the corner spot. Cover your man and react to the ball. That's it. It's really simple. 4.3 speed. We don't need track. We don't need track stars. We need football players.
I need some technique to go along with it. But
technique. I think they can coach him on that though. I think he can be coached up.
That's what I'm thinking, Jason, because he was right there to make the play. Akello used to get turned all the way around, looking at the other side of the field while the receiver was going the other way. Akello used to make the man
because he was in the play. He's in the area, and he's just it's a turn of the head. That's it. Yo, look alive, balls in the air. Remember as a kid, look alive, it's
Jason,
up.
Do you notice today's technique? It's like you gotta get to prime time to talk about it. It makes me laugh so hard because you rarely see a DB that can backpedal anymore. They rarely backpedal. Now they teach them the technique: run down the field, stay in your man's face. When he moves his hands, you move your hands. I got coaches, boy, from back in school. I bet they play. Shh, well, it's not a technique I would teach. That is silly.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. Secretly, we didn't improve that corner. We exchanged a holding cover 2 guy who's always getting PIs, Sherman. We knew who Sherman was. Keep it real. When he was in Seattle, we knew he was a cover 2 who didn't have the acceleration and quickness in space to recover. He'll get burnt. So what happens? A lot of pass interferences. But in cover 2, he'll step up, make a good tackle, maybe a strip. That's what
anticipation
Josh
skills.
Norman is giving us.
He was crazy.
He's giving us Richard Sherman 2.0 and Akello Witherspoon 2. I can't even say 2.0 because that would indicate an upgrade, but it's the same kind of thing. So in this offseason, we got some moves to make at corner. We got to get one of these good, fast corners, like quick. Not really 4.3 speed, but quick. You know what I mean? And salute to Jimmy G, though, because we all been kind of on Jimmy, man, but he's getting better and better. some sportscaster pointed out real quick before we go, what's Jimmy G's issue is the offense is run on a read of the progression scheme versus reading what the defenders are doing. So the films room is teaching the defenses, all you got to do is stay in between the hashes and sit there, and Jimmy's going to throw it right to you in these cases where he's looking over the middle. He's actually better on the out routes than he is, as long as he doesn't throw it late. You know, them pick sixes, he's good for those. Yeah.
And also, just what else has improved? Whereas Jimmy's had like rookies and guys coming in for the first and second year, you got polished Shanahan dudes out there now. Him and Debo are like straight money.
I like what Brandon
Debo runs
Ayuk brings.
He looks really
Ayuk
good
has
now.
stepped up. Amazingly, we were having a different discussion. Maybe his head was somewhere. I don't know, but Brandon is turning into something dangerous coupled with Kittle and Debo.
Yep.
And then when we get back the rookie running back, Mitchell. Don't forget Mitchell's hands out the backfield is one of the things that Shanahan drafted him for.
Give Juwan some love too, because you know what?
Juwan
He's
Jennings,
that missing piece, man. I'm telling you, because Kendrick Bourne used to be that guy.
He's the karma that Tennessee gave us for all of our Jalen Hurd struggles. I feel like we got a Tennessee spirit in the room from Jalen Hurd's debacle, because sad to see him go, man, because he would have been some Megatron-ish type,
Oh, see, that's because we play bully ball, Jace. That's the thing. That's why you got Debo. Debo will kill a man. You almost seen one get killed yesterday. And then you got George, who does not come down until five guys come and help. I mean, Jalen Hurd.
Do you notice when Debo runs the ball, when he's running, period, it seems like everybody else is on a lower gear. He's just flying like a ghost.
That's
like
it.
The galloping ghost. What was his name? Gail Sayers. It's like, why everybody seems so slow when Debo's going? I'm like, yo,
like
he's like a jet booster. That little run he did yesterday, I was like, yo, who is that? I couldn't even make out who it was. I said,
what's it?
Debo running the
slow
rock?
motion.
10 yards a carry. Like, he's probably averaging, 10 yards a carry now on the season?
Oh, minimum. Fam, it's too much fun, man. We got to go,
One more thing. I want to say one more thing to you, Ronbo. Harp on that. What you talking about as far as Shanahan not sitting guys when he got some kind of shell shock thing. Like, it's okay, Kyle. You got the game now. You're not gonna choke. Sit Debo. Sit him. Sit the guys. That's it.
Oh, if anybody got hurt, I'd have been mad as hell. Let me see, fam. Let me see Wednesday. And since you got that shift, I expect to see you every time I'm on. I'll be looking for you.
All right, Ronbo. Peace and love, bro.
Night, Jace. Peace and love back at you, fam. Oh, man. Hey, let's go check out Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel, we're still, the 24-hour rule, we don't have that anymore. When it's Monday, Victory Monday means just carry on in whatever spirit you want to. Loving this stuff. And we've all talked ourselves into believing that Ambry Thomas, except for Jason, called him a killer with a spoon 2.0, which is very frightening, very frightening. But still, we have to believe that Ambry Thomas, he's gotten a little better. I mean, that's saying a lot, but he's gotten a little better.
One thing that you want to see from your rookies is, doing better every game. That's what you want to see off your rookie. That means because now the coach are telling them, okay, the thing that you were doing in the game, you don't do it. You do this, and so he won't do it anymore. And you want improvement. You want to see some improvement from your rookies, because then later on they'll get better. Look at the guy that we have right now that he's been with us for 10 or been with us for the longest in our defense, and he's one of our players. When he started out, he wasn't that good.
Are you talking about Dante Johnson?
You were, no, number one, the one.
Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, Jimmy Ward.
Bethel, did you
when he started out?
Go ahead.
Yeah. When he started out, he wasn't doing good. People were I bet you anything they were calling him trash. They were probably telling him, hey, get off this guy off the team, and look at him now.
But you know what? He was never a cornerback, and they insisted on playing a cornerback. Jimmy's actually a safety, a natural safety.
Yeah.
But playing cornerback, he's got talent. So you can put him at cornerback. He's not going to do his best work there, but now he plays safety all the time, and he's one of the better ones in the league as far as coverage goes. But
yeah, and also another thing is that you should see from Nick Bosa, when he got out of the game, you could see that defense changed. That defense wasn't the same thing. Once he left, even the announcer said it. Hey, look at the defense without Nick Bosa. Once Nick Bosa went in the game, it changed everything, and that's something I don't want to see, because I want to see our defense still giving it all. Like, look at
you got to realize though, Nick Bosa is not your average human being. When Nick's out there, you ever see the Tasmanian Devil cartoon?
Yeah.
That's Nick. And when you got all that going to your left, or wherever he's playing, you could get work done because he's just consuming the whole offensive line. So love it.
But you see, another thing that people haven't seen is that the reason he's not getting chipped anymore is because of the smart thing that he does now. If he sees a tight end or he sees a running back there, he looks at the running back, and if he sees the running back coming to him, he'll push him or he'll do something. Then he'll go after the quarterback because he knows he's gonna want to chip him. So before he chips him, I know what you're trying to do. So, back off. That's why he's not getting chipped anymore.
He learned.
Because
he
now,
worked on that.
He learned. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
chipping Nick and end up getting thrown on your butt. You're right. That's a good point out, too. He gets rid of those guys quick, too. And that guy was probably on his way to run some kind of route or something like that. Nick has disrupted routes by doing that. Because guys come by to chip me, get out of here, or he's sweeping one side and take a step. You're right. I've been meaning to talk about that. He's learned. I love when he does that.
Yeah. And another thing is that you should see that the Cardinals, they're playing people that are trying to get into the playoffs and trying to get that, position. So, they're going to be hard games that the Cardinals are going to play. The Rams are going to play people that are going to be playing, trying to get to the playoffs. They're going to play, tomorrow Seattle. Then they're going to play on Sunday. They're going to play the Vikings that are trying to get into the playoffs, trying to get that 7th seed. And then they play the Ravens that got knocked out of the playoffs, trying to still get into the playoffs.
Wait, Bethel, are you talking about the Rams?
Yeah.
The Rams got to play the Ravens?
Yeah, they're going to play the Ravens and the Vikings. So they got a short week.
I didn't know that.
Because they got a game tomorrow. Yeah, they got the game tomorrow, then they got a game on Sunday. So they got a short week that they're going to be playing.
If the Rams... that is a bad thing.
So,
playing on a Tuesday and playing on a Sunday. Who are they playing Sunday?
They're playing the Vikings. And the Vikings barely won. They beat the Bears by a lot because their defense was playing
so they didn't
really
wear
good.
themselves out. They'll be more rested, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kirk! And by the way, I wonder, they got a couple of wide receivers over there now, as far as, what's his name? I think he set a record today. The greatest start of any wide receiver of all time. Jerry Rice is probably sitting home watching that. Man, if I'd have played during that time, I would have that record. Jerry Rice, he takes his stuff personally.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bethel, we're going to go. Always good stuff. You always bring up stuff I'd forgotten about or didn't know about. Good stuff. Let's see
All
you
right,
Wednesday,
Ronbo.
okay?
Like always, good show. Hit a Rumble for Rumble Sports. And let's go Niners.
Dave, thanks, Bethel. Have a great night.
All
We'll
right.
see you Wednesday.
You too.
Yo, T-Flow.
Yo, what up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Yeah, T-Flow, man, we're just sitting here enjoying what's going on, man. And everybody else's situation is even more to enjoy. I didn't know the Rams have to play. I forgot. Here you are playing on a Tuesday, and you could rest a day or two and get your butt ready to play Sunday. The Vikings, right? So that ain't going to be no easy job. And but the only thing we got to worry about is the Rams tomorrow night. And the sorry Hawks got everybody gone or on COVID. So, I don't even know what's going to happen with that. But moreover, our situation, before we get that, we're jumping ahead of ourselves on that. Tifo, because I know you had more to say about yesterday's game. Some of the players, what they did yesterday, and your feeling on that. And everybody's worried about Ambry, except for, not everybody's not worried about Ambry. I think he's going to look better. I mean, your feeling on that, Tiflo?
Well, with Ambry, we don't know if he's going to get better because everybody's in mid-season form, and Ambry is like in spring training.
Starting this season now.
So like, what better is he going to get? Because he had a clear interception, but he just dropped it. Like, he did not know how to grab it. He had Mickey Mouse arms. Like, he did not want it. He looked timid. As of right now,
I thought he was trying. That's what made me feel worse. It looked like he was trying. He just failed.
Man, if he was trying, that's the worst trying I ever seen.
Well, see, that's what I'm worried about.
He did not look like a DB who wanted that ball because I played DB too. He's like, nah, that ball is mine.
And he looked even if you take the man's arm off, you want that ball, right? I agree.
Yeah, you want. And if he really tried, then God help him. Right? Then I guess that's the best we're gonna see of him.
See
but as of right now, he like everybody's in mid-season form. Right? He's gonna play against some good wide receivers who want the ball. He should have been proven getting on this bench hungry. Like he should.
He was
because when you're a starter and you the first time ever you go and sit the bench, you should get angry. You should be like,
and want to get out there and prove to everybody, this is where I belong.
Exactly.
Game might be too big for him right now, T-Flo. Maybe. They got to get it. I think the speed is still freaking him out because that boy could run, but he's not in his element yet.
Good that he is getting reps, though. That's what I'm loving it. I just want to see each week him just getting better, getting his mistakes, fixing his mistakes.
Look at the film, make adjustments.
Because I'm not going to – I'm not gonna be like, he's gonna lock up a corner. I don't see that. I just want improvement. That's all I want.
That even sounds
funny. I just want
funny.
to see progression.
Yeah, be locking up a corner.
That's all. I don't want him. I want him just being a basic average corner right now, where he's just improving. Because I'm not expecting him to be a shutdown corner. Or, what? Hey, let me guard the best receivers. Where they're gonna catch like 2 touchdowns. I don't see that happening. Like, if that was the case, he would have been a starter day one. So that's not the case. And,
Demo beat him out at the beginning of the season, remember?
Yeah, exactly. Demo beat him out because Demo looked like, hey, I'm not a bench player. He was being physical. He was doing everything. He was doing whatever it takes to prove. And so far, Ambry hasn't been doing that. So that's where I'm at with that. And as for the offense, like, I just want to know how come Kyle wasn't doing that, getting almost everybody involved from week 1 when everybody was healthy.
It's more like about what you said about mid-season form. A lot of these guys are just getting up to speed. When you look at all of them, even George looks like he's way beyond what he was at the beginning of the season. Even Debo, who was already a machine when he started the season, Debo looks razor sharp. It's like Jason just said, man, it looks like the galloping ghost out there. Debo's moving at one speed, and everybody else is moving at another. This is progression throughout the season. So this is where they're at, is what it is.
See, but could it also be when Kyle Shanahan shut down OTAs? He shut down minicamp early?
I don't know. But do you think that would have had an effect?
Like, why would you shut it down?
I don't know if that would have sped things up a little.
But that would have helped out because you're gonna know the plays, you're gonna know the route concepts, you're gonna know know basically what it is. Timing down.
Tifo timing because they know what they're doing, especially Debo and George. IU probably to a large degree knows. Yeah, you need reps to get timing down. That's true.
And not only that, he goes and shuts it down. So what's the reason? Why would you do that? Where everybody says no? Because if you look at it, practice is already shortened as it is from way back when.
But Tiflo,
so
remember
every minute, every hour.
But remember, they didn't say if it was official or not. But Shanahan may have gotten busted for doing something, but he said, "Nah, I was gonna shut it down anyway." But I'm wondering, did Kyle save face by saying that because he did get busted and the league was gonna shut him down anyway? I still wonder about that. They don't talk about that.
Well,
there's something
basically,
weird.
if they got busted, no matter what, they're going to get fined. So it doesn't matter if they.
Yeah, but see, they don't have. The public don't have to know. Well, they would though. The public don't have to know.
Yeah.
But how embarrassing is it the 49ers have had to cancel the final session of their OTAs due to the 49ers violation of blah, blah, blah. I said, they didn't do that, though. And Kyle just said, let's go call it.
But that's more better than saying Niners could have had a schedule, but they canceled it anyway.
I don't know. We had a lot of injuries. Who was that went down that week? We had 2 guys that went down to serious injury. Was that a lineman and somebody else? Anyway, guys were dropping like flies, and Kyle just said, that's it. So that might have been part of it. I don't know. But T-Flow.
And also, too, is what I'm also pondering is, why isn't he using the other tight end? Like we've seen this year what Charlie Warner can do when they throw him the ball.
Yeah.
Why can't he use a 2 tight end set where, you know what, break them? Just the more people get involved, the harder for the defense it is for them to scheme against.
You also got to keep the guys that are hot out there, though.
Why wouldn't you do it?
That's a question you've been asking a lot of. And every time you do that, it usually ends up happening like George Kittle. So maybe this will happen next. Then we got to go.
Yeah, because think about it, Ronbo. Like you played, right? You play defense. If you see, they're using a 2 tight end set. They got 2 good running backs. Running back and a fullback, 2 wide receivers. Then you're like, oh, man, dude, like these guys got weapons. But instead, they're going to use only 1 running back, 1 tight end, and 1 wide receiver. 1.5 wide receiver instead of using the whole, throwing it out there.
Yeah, and that's going to come for play for the Rover. It has to do a lot of different things now. It does present a problem, so, yeah, I agree. But we'll see. But we got to go, fam. I'll see you Wednesday, T-Flow. All right?
We should go every day because we got a short week, you know.
I know tomorrow I do something else, but we'll be back Wednesday, and then we got Thursday, and of course we got to follow that up with Friday Night Raw, you know. So yeah, we'll be busy all week. All right.
And also too, just one last one. Let's don't think about we're going to win the division. Let's win 1 game at a time because we're on a short week, right? Let's don't count our chickens before it hatches.
There you go.
You know, so let's just worry about this week. Make sure we stay
go.
healthy. Make sure our players are not in COVID.
There you go, T-Flow. T-Flow, we got to go, fam. We hear you. All right, fam. See you Wednesday. And forget about it. It's Nana, Mike.
Oh, forget all about it, Ronbo, on the Late Night Express. How the hell are you over there?
I tell you, it is late night, ain't it? But you know what? You stay awake when you're talking 49ers. If I was trying to watch a movie or anything like that, I'd be falling asleep.
Always stay awake. Always stay awake when you're talking Niner football.
Is it? It's what John Lynch says.
And, you know, listen, I got to say, you know, after I talked to you yesterday, it was a quick one. So, you know, there were so many things. But one of the callers that called in afterwards brought up the point. I almost really lost my shit with that Arden Key penalty that wasn't a penalty. I mean,
God.
that right there was completely – I swear to God, Ronbo, if we would have lost that game based on some bullshit like that, that would have been it. That would have been it. I don't know what they expect the guys to do. And the other thing is, what the hell do we got to do to get a holding call on Nicky Bosa at least once a game, Ronbo? The poor friggin' kid gets held at least 20 to 30 times a game that we all see when we're watching the friggin' game on the damn television there, all right? And yet somehow, some way, mysteriously, not even one. Not one, Ronbo. Not a friggin' one. They put him in friggin' headlocks and chokeholds. One's grabbing his leg, another one's grabbing his arm, the other one's grabbing his shoulder.
Ref didn't catch it.
And we can't even get one friggin' holding call every game. It blows my friggin' mind. You know, but we can get fucking flagged for 30 pass interference calls. You know what I mean? And Lincoln Tomlinson, he can get called for a holding penalty once a game. You know? But our boy Nicky Bosa out there who gets held every week. It's not even up for friggin' debate, right, Ronbo? We all see it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with that.
Hey, Mike. Here's the thing. A few years ago when the Hawks were like the Legion of boom, the ref said one time because we remember the Hawks used to hold on every play. Our receivers go down the field and they'd be butt naked by the time they got to point B because they're holding and ripping.
Yeah, specifically
and I said,
whoever lined up on Richard Sherman's side.
Right, but remember the ref said. The ref said if we called every call, we'd be calling calls every other play. You talk about losing your stuff. I went nuts. I said, your job is to do your job. That's not for you to decide. Make the call. Oh, God, it was crazy.
And that's the thing. And Ronbo, look, that's the thing. Look, Madden used to say it all the time. John Madden, the great John Madden, he used to say it all the time. Holding happens on every play. It's just a matter of if the referees are going to call it or not. And I get that. You can't – obviously there's things that happen on every friggin' play, and you're not going to get all of them. But what I'm going to say is this. The kid gets held every friggin' week.
You got to give him some of those calls. You got to give him some of them.
And he gets held not only once a week, but he gets held at least once a series every time he's on the freaking field. Every freaking time.
Mike, they know he'll take over the game. He can't get Aaron Donald love. Maybe starting next year.
I get it, but you know what? It's one of those things, Ronbo, where, he deserves that call.
He does.
Deserves that call. He's working for it. And some of the freaking still shots that we get during these games when you freeze the friggin' screen.
I post them up all the time.
They're just exactly, Ronbo. Forget about it. You know what I mean? I don't understand how they can't reach into the little friggin' pockets and pull that stupid yellow hanky out at least one time every game, and it won't be a wrong call. I promise you, it won't be a freaking wrong call. Yeah, if it's a holding on whoever's blocking Nick Bosa, it's going to be an accurate call. I freaking guarantee it. You're not going to have that bullshit
did you see
they tried to call.
You see Chicago?
On key,
you see the Vikings and Bears play today? I want Kyle to do a Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy got flagged for working the refs for them doing their job piss poor as they always do. And I want to see Kyle get a personal foul or whatever they call it, unsportsmanlike conduct for working the ref. I'd be all over the ref. Hey, ref, I got some. You want some glasses and binoculars? What are you doing? What do you see out there? God.
Absolutely, Ronbo. And you know what else too? I for the first time, I don't know if it's just the humbleness in our guys, or they just don't want to be seen as a bunch of crybaby complainers or whatever. Mm-hmm. But aside from the other day, when Brandon Ayuk really got held, everyone's seen it on that sideline throw, and he started jumping up and down.
He had to do that
was the
though.
other thing. I would like to see
the flag
our
was
guys.
Late.
Yeah, well, I would like to see our guys, make that claim. Let it be known. Like, come on, like, what the hell are you doing here? You know what I mean? You don't have to complain about it on every friggin' play, but there's a lot of times where there's obvious calls, you know what I mean, Ronbo, that they don't make. And our guys, we get no reaction out of it. They're just kind of like, they put their head down, they go to the sideline. I'd like to see them look for those calls and
do it. Did you see Brady yesterday?
Bosa, he's such a quiet guy.
He is. It's to be so violent.
Not really. Yeah, he's not really that way. So it's hard to tell him to say, hey, you should put your arms and flare your arms up.
That's why Shanahan or D'Amico should take up the mouthpiece for him. I'd be right on the edge of that chalk so they can't throw me out of the game, and they'd hear me all across the stadium. I don't need no microphone. I'd be pissed. Yeah, as I'm sitting there watching my guy get tackled, and you guys aren't going to do a damn thing about it.
Everyone knows when the Niners are playing over here in my neighborhood, Rob. Let me tell you,
I bet they do.
Everybody freaking does.
We gotta go, Mike. Hey, let me see you Wednesday, all right?
All right, Ronbo. We'll do. Shout out to you as always. Shout out to the production staff over there. Thank you for everything that you do. And shout out to all the faithfuls out there. I hope all of you is enjoying your week, getting ready for the holiday. I love all of you. Forget about it, Ronbo. I'll talk with you later, all right?
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Mike. Have a great night, fam.
All right.
There he goes, the Niner Mike. And, hey, Tony, come on in. Tony. Our man from Atlanta.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you?
Tony, we've lost all integrity here as we are rooting tomorrow for the Hawks. Tony, I'm trying to remember the last time I can't remember ever in my lifetime, actually, wishing the Hawks would win a game. But tonight, we're actually rooting for the Hawks to win tomorrow. It's hilarious.
I think they are going to win the shootout.
I don't know. They lost their main deep threat. It's not exactly DK Metcalf. It is Tyler Lockett. Lockett is famous and has been before DK even got to Seattle, was making that work with him and Russell. Russell threw the ball up in the air. It looked like it was like launched from a satellite. The ball would take 30 minutes to come down. Tyler Lockett walked down, run down into the field. The ball would drop over his shoulder like a basketball. That, I have to give him credit. And I don't like the Hawks, but Russell Wilson, to me, is the greatest deep pass throwing quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Have you ever heard of, you know how sometimes, like Jalen Ramsey was out for last week's game, and then they played well, they won?
Yeah.
Now he's going to come back, they're going to be flat as hell.
Ramsey's been slipping this year, fam. He has. I mean, I've seen him get beat because I watch the Rams every game. I said, Jalen Ramsey, did you threaten him about your money? Because I don't know, man. And that time we beat him.
You notice when he gets beat, he yells at his other teammates like it's their fault.
And he goes all the way to the bench, and he's still crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Jalen Ramsey football.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have help. I remember he yelled at Taylor. I forgot his name. The kid out of Washington. Taylor Rapp.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Taylor Rapp.
Yeah.
Like he was supposed to help. I'm like, I thought you were the best corner in the business. You don't need no help.
Wish Taylor would have told him that. He did that Jimmy G dropped one on him that year, and Taylor Rapp was supposed to be on that play according to Jalen Ramsey. And he stopped and embarrassed Raft right in the middle of the field. He's giving him, chewing him out in the middle of the field because he's a rookie. I said, ooh, Jalen, you got no shame. That rookie was supposed to do what you're the guy out there that's supposed to cover on that play. You lost Emmanuel Sanders. He's a safety cornerback. What are you talking about? If I was the coach, I would have said, Jalen, I don't want to see you do that no more. I'll chastise guys after the game. You stood out there and you embarrassed him in front of everybody out there. That was uncalled for and unnecessary. And by the way, that was your man to cover. You got to tell these guys. I didn't let him do that.
Because if one of his defensive backs did that to him, he'd be ready to fight.
Damn right. Oh, God, yes. So, yeah.
Hey, Ronbo, I saw an old friend of yours play tonight.
Who's that?
Nick Mullins.
I know, right?
For the Cleveland Browns.
I was proud of Nick.
He was pedestrian, 20 for 30 for 157 and a touchdown. That wasn't bad.
But the thing is, he looked not bad. I expected he made a few good shots. That one last touchdown he got, he broke free and he made a nice throw into the end zone. The guy was wide open. But I said, you know what? Look at Nick. He's improved since we last saw him. But yeah, it was pedestrian numbers, but he almost won because Carr was also walking on that same street being a pedestrian. They got blessed.
Ronbo, look at what COVID is doing to our league, Ronbo.
It's 47 people, and it's probably going to go up between now and tomorrow.
We got games on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, all because of COVID.
Probably may have one. Boy, no, they can't cancel. You know what? You never know because players don't have sense enough to stay the hell up out of the street. Just don't go where any crowds are congregating, guys. We need to stay healthy from this miserable disease until game time. Please, guys. I'd be on my knees in the locker room. My players will lose respect for me. Coach, get up off the floor, man. We hear you. Come on, man. That's just not a good look.
Yeah, you got the off season to throw your wild oats and all. Yes. You got the whole off season. God. This is business.
And if your girl,
but Ronbo, y'all got a chance to win your division. You got a chance of winning your division.
You know, people talk about it, but I don't want to give myself hopes of it because you see, the Cardinals are playing like doo-doo, and I didn't know they had to play Indy. I didn't know they had to play.
That's not the last long.
They got to
play. I don't know if they'll be Indy, but I tell you what, they will be Dallas.
Texas boy. You know?
That's right. And it's in Dallas. I'm glad it's in Dallas. Arizona gonna show out down there.
I don't know. Tony, there's something wrong with AZ. Did you see that game yesterday? Would you watch? Did you see Kyler Murray's body language? He looked like a deer in the headlights. I've never seen him have that look.
He looks like he's afraid to be hit. I've noticed that too.
When you're that small and you lost D-Hop, I guess you said you gotta make adjustments in your life. Now you got to be thinking, maybe I should go back and play baseball. At least I don't worry about anybody hitting me. No guy 270 pounds coming at me at 100 miles an hour. Because, we mangled him up last year, even when he was weak. Mm-hmm. Had him stretched out there, took his leg. He couldn't even play his last game.
I remember that.
Tell you what, Tony.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury will be together next year? Here's the thing. They melted down last year, the second half of the season as well.
I think they'll make the playoffs because they're out 10-4. I don't know if they're going to win this Saturday, but I know next week they're going to win in Dallas.
Dude, you know what? Two teams. Cliff Kingsbury has to do well in the playoffs. They wouldn't spend a lot of money on a lot of blue chip players. All right, if you're going to get big ticket players, it's just like the Rams. And then you look at also Chicago. Even the booth announcers are talking about Chicago went and gave up all these draft picks. They did this, they did that. Khalil Mack, what happened there is still lingering. You see, now you wonder, is the stage going to change in some of these places where these players or these organizations are taking huge risk? It's not a huge risk at the time when you look at it because you're bringing over a player that's going to obviously improve your team. But McVay and the Rams, they are under incredible pressure to win this year because they are the cream of the crop when it comes to win now football. And now you ain't got to, so if it doesn't work out, what happens? Especially the 49ers. We go all the way to the last game of the season. I don't know if the 49ers know they're in the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to play all the starters in that final game. But what if they go in there and take that seat away from the Rams? What are you going to do as an owner? What are you thinking?
Panic time in L.A. But Ronbo, I'm mad at NFL Network. Ronbo, excuse my French. I'm not going to cuss it. Excuse my French. Now NFL Network is all on the 49ers jockstrap. They won 5 of their last 6. This is a dangerous. Now they sucking up to y'all.
And they talked so bad about us 6 weeks ago that we were an afterthought. And they do this every year. That's why you can't watch him all the time. I watch Skip Bayless because he's become more sports entertainment
I'm a clown.
than he is anything else. when him and Marcus Spears and Irvin get together, I'm in tears, man. Because both of them, I told you should probably love it too. Because Spears and Irvin are cowboys to the bone, and Stephen A. like you and me does not like no cowboys. Oh, that is fun.
But Colin Cowherd makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. I'll be in tears with him because he thinks he knows everything.
I know he has that face on like he knows what he's talking about. And that lady that works with him too, her too. She puts her 2 cents in sometimes. Say, I look at her. You need to hush because last week what you said didn't come.
Hall of Famer Jason Taylor's sister, Joy Taylor.
Yeah, she just be. I said, girl, you that ain't right. And she'd be so confident when she's talking.
Quiet and you're supposed to sit there and look good. Don't
and the thing is, she says things about the 49ers sometimes. I say, you know what, you just glance over things and come in with your opinion. That's not intelligent. That wasn't good. And then Cowherd sometimes,
actually Cowherd sometimes corrects her. Football player, but that's your brother.
Yeah, and that's fine. Those guys, they're there to get a reaction, and they do. And Shannon Sharp. And what's his name? Skip Bayless. They need an award because
comedy actor.
Tony, you notice that everybody that's fun to watch is usually involved with the Cowboys. And Skip is standing there looking like he's about to cry, and Shannon, Skip.
Skip will be looking like he's mad. I bet you 10 cases of Mountain Dew, 5 cases. They be betting Mountain Dew and stuff.
God.
I seen Don Bird. Don Bird ran out of the chat when I came. I'm like, oh no, don't leave.
I saw him.
Y'all play us this week.
I saw him come through here.
You got off the chat. Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't beating his chest. He didn't have much to say.
Yeah.
He must have saw you and left because I know he had more to say than that.
Chap's not the same without Ray Carlos and Larry Hoover. They've been gone for like a month now.
They know.
I'm surprised they didn't come in tonight.
They ain't got a pot to pee in, looking like that. And they got some players on the team that embarrassed the whole organization, including the coach. So
yeah.
So anyway,
I'm sure Urban Meyer and Gruden are friends or buddies. I'm sure. If you hit it, Urban Meyer was kicking kickers, Ronbo, that they were trying to get kickers. He would kick them.
I read that in horror, but I wonder why the media only releases these things after the fact, though.
I know. I agree. I'm like, I bet you won't do that to a position player because you'll get that. You know what, B?
You know what? I wanted Henry Ruggs so bad in that draft. I do wonder. Now he's a kid and he's stupid. I just wish. I said, what if he wouldn't have went to Vegas? What if we would have had him in San Francisco? Would he have been jumping in his car, driving through the city at 100 miles an hour? Maybe not.
Why? Why do that? Yeah. But hey, Ronbo, if you get one of your Dr. Harry Edwards works for you guys, right?
I heard about that, but I didn't know that he...
Get one of your doctors. Go ahead and do a psychological evaluation, and if you like what you hear, we'll trade you Calvin Ridley for a second-round pick.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I thought you were going to funnel back toward Colin Kaepernick, but no, you...
We're trying to get picks. We're trying to, if we can trade Calvin Ridley for a second, and he's a two-time Pro Bowler, Deion Jones, our inside linebacker, for a third, that'll give us a first, 3 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths.
You know it's so bad now. Unfortunately, the 49ers, it seems like they've got a core group of wide receivers now that they're going to try to hone. They got to pay Debo. You already paid George. And Ayuk's contract's not coming up for a while. Jawan Jennings, you can sign him next week for something that's feasible. And that
I like that kid, Ronbo.
Yeah, that wide receiver.
I like him. Y'all got to see him for reps.
Yeah. So,
I liked him in college. I liked him coming out of college. Bro. The Falcons never draft anybody I like.
Pitts is going
to be... They're going to be good football players.
But Pitts is going to be good, fam. Yeah, you got it. Pitts. Yeah. You got something there. This is his rookie year, and he's making a statement. So, you know what? Here's the thing about you, Tony. The Falcons always come up finding receivers, even if it ain't number the second or third round. So you don't even need to worry. You really goes, you'll still replace it. So, anyway.
Yeah. And, Ronbo, y'all did a phenomenal job on stopping Cordero Patterson. That's the first time he's been stopped all year.
Especially
and the kid, Wilson, that had 110 yards, that's the first running back to get 100 yards against the Falcons in 27 games.
Wow. That is saying something. That's testament to the offensive line, too. Well, there you go. Because people keep trying to downplay the Falcons. I said, man, don't want to hear about what you think about the Falcons. Because, Tom Brady got beat yesterday by the Saints, okay? And also the Cardinals went to Detroit and got killed. Okay.
Ronbo, they sacked him 5 times, knocked him down 9 times, hurried him. That's how you beat Tom Brady. That's how Michael Strahan's last game, that's how they beat him in the Super Bowl. You got to hit him.
Go up the middle.
You got to keep hitting him.
And you see Tom with the pad? Tom was sitting there going through the pad. He's just reading, just throwing it over his. That's going to be meme forever.
Like a spoiled kid. Like a spoiled brat.
Hey, Tony, like I asked on Twitter, I didn't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. I didn't want to do it. But I said, guys, I know I shouldn't do this, but I got to ask. I thought about not doing it, but I got to ask. Did Joe Montana, in his entire career, ever get shut out? I'm going to leave this right here.
No. And Joe Montana in 4 Super Bowls never threw an interception either.
And never had to depend on his kicking game. But yet Tom Brady's the GOAT. I have still an argument for that. I gave up the argument. I quit because I don't feel like getting into that conversation anymore. But I'm sorry. Brady's good for his generation, but he ain't the best of all time.
Yeah. And if my Falcons had ran the ball 2 more times,
he wouldn't have got that ring.
First time after Julio's catch.
Damn
and
right.
if the Seahawks had gave the ball to Lynch, he would have had 5 Super Bowl wins, 5 Super Bowl wins.
See? And I love Tom. He's a Bay Area boy. I agree.
Yep.
He's a Joe Montana fan, but he doesn't deserve to be called the greatest of all time. Anyway,
Man,
Tony,
I'm old school, Ronbo. I say he can't carry Joe Montana's jockstrap. That's my opinion.
And he doesn't like to get hit. If he got hit like Joe got hit, boy, he'd know what getting hit is about.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tony, you tell you what, you got time for? I'll be back Wednesday. All right, looking for you too.
I'll be back Wednesday, and I've sent a letter to the Hall of Fame again. I emailed a letter about getting Roger Craig in there. I've done it several times.
Thank you. And because 49 fans, we've been doing it for a long time. Don't get it.
He's the first 1,000 guy. He should. Him. Do you remember Otis Anderson?
Yeah.
Played with the Cardinals and then later played. I think he should be in there. Super Bowl MVP. I've been trying to get him in there.
Tell you,
these are good guys, man. These are good football players. They deserve to be in there.
What's that? The African that played for the Chiefs that nobody could stop before Derrick Henry
Christian
came
McCoy.
along. Yeah, I often wonder, is Christian? Shouldn't he be eligible for that? Because my God, he was devastating.
He is, but he didn't play that long.
I know that's the problem. His career was too short. Just like Willis. I don't know if they're going to ever let Patrick in because of the fact
Willis played longer than McCoy did. He should be in there.
True,
Hopefully
but I wonder what the boundary is for that. How long do you have to play?
I don't know because
anyway,
Terrell Davis and Gale Sayers got in and they didn't play long, but
Sayers,
you got to do extraordinary things.
Yeah, but Sayers was such a legend. Nobody's going to forget
and
that.
Ronbo, how come a couple of the 49ers dynasty and legacy, some of those offensive linemen from the 80s should be in that hall, Ronbo. They'll never talk about your offensive line.
I know, but it should. Tony, we're gonna go. Jackson's going nuts. I gotta go. Tony, I'll see you Wednesday, okay? But that's a great question, though. One to ponder.
Barnhorst and Quinlan and all those guys. I remember them.
I do too. All right, Tony. Have a great night. See you later on this week.
Always a pleasure, sir. I will talk to you Wednesday after Seattle wins tomorrow.
All right. Night, Tony.
Have a good night.
I know. After Seattle wins tomorrow. Fam, you know what? Seattle ain't going to do that. They ain't going to do us that kind of a solid. They really ain't. Paul Third says people hating on Thomas off 3 plays, 2 pass deflects, almost an INT. If Pitts didn't strip it, he moved Ryan to his second read a few times and even forced him to run. He's doing fine as a Spoon's replacement. Paul Third, you and me are in lockstep. I seen enough in him. You need to play that position to understand. I seen enough of him to know that kid's got potential. He really does. He's just got to iron out a few things and get used to the NFL speed. Because there were some times when Ryan probably wanted to throw down the field that there was no lane open. I like him. I do. Bobo, Donald, Garrett, and Watt they do, right? Nick Bosa, man, I just don't. What does he have to do? I love to. Well, I don't want to reduce myself to that, but I love to be able to leave a note on the car of an official. Bosa doesn't get calls. We know where you live. The guy, he'll probably call the police. I'd love to leave that on there anyway, because Bosa, his grandfather was a bad dude. They might even think it's a mob-affiliated note. Maybe it might make the officials snap out of it, because the mob is everywhere. There's no place to hide. I'm kidding. Hey, fam, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to see you Wednesday and get ready and then bring your score and let's call this game and see what's going to happen Thursday and keep your fingers crossed for 49ers. I'm not worried about the game, as I'm saying. I just want healthy bodies coming out of that game. Hey, thanks for contributions tonight, fam. I always appreciate it. I know!